Hello, and thank you for joining us for the game night. Tonight, we are diving back into our continuing D&D adventure in the world of Drax Arcadia. Last time, the heroes, adventurers, anti-heroes, I don't know what they are yet. We'll figure that out. But they escaped by the skin of their teeth as B.L.U.E Industries literally fell apart behind them. We're joining them now as they have entered what looks to be some sort of submarine, submersible thing, and are trying to escape. We'll see how well that goes. Escape. You guys have stepped into the submarine, rushed up to the bridge. Somebody hit the throttle control, disengaged the ship from the dock just in time for Clementine's mech to lose an arm to the super radioactive heat that was pouring through the door. She shut the hatch. Surging down into what appears to be potentially some sort of underground lake or river or something that's underneath the city proper. You guys are currently sluicing through the water, appearing as the ship began to move. Along the wall, screens awakened, and you saw like control panels light up, metal shielding lifted up, and you could see through thick, clear, glass-like material where the vessel was going. Ponzi has dashed to the very front and has begun to point in a direction. I love it. Immediately across from your view, you see a chunk of debris dropping down. What do you do?
How far away is the debris falling?
It's tough to call in this from where you're standing, where somebody has just released the ship and it is now just going on like first speed essentially through the water. None of you are actually at any of the control stations.
Yeah, I was like, can I try and manage the ship?
There's like a running gangway along the front that leads to where the observation windows are. There's like a pit where there's 2 stations each, and then there is like a chair right at the other end of the gangway where you would like right behind it is the doorway that you guys came through, the bulkhead.
So is this ship it's a submarine?
Yes.
But does it fly to, or just...
You don't know.
We don't know yet. Okay, well, I want to go find I need a thing that steers the ship.
That's where Ponzi is, I think, right?
Well, he's just pointing.
Ponzi's just pointing.
He's just pointing. He's being useless.
Steering.
I have proficiency with space vehicles. Would any of that skill be translatable to this situation?
I would say it would give you at least rudimentary understanding on how to steer the vehicle and be able to point out which one. Unfortunately, you can't get that mech in this bridge.
I'm gonna inside the mech. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna say like. Okay, how do we? Can I just break the neural link? How like do I have any idea like how like
as you think to like I want out essentially, or how do I disconnect from this? It that prompt pops up in the hatch just lifts up.
Oh shit. Okay, can I just
and your eyes stop seeing through the suit.
Oh shit, let's go. I'll just jump out then. Yeah.
You hit the deck and you're like. Oh,
yeah.
Fatigue hits you. All of the things that the mech was doing have drained you.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's like that.
I will say, as she kind of hits the ground, you can kind of see where she's like holding her arm kind of close to her chest, and then also like, her eyes are kind of giving that like little pulsing like blue glow, and every strand of hair on her head is turned like this bright blue, like this color.
I guess I'll like walk up to Clementine then and be like, "Are you okay, Fred?"
Never better.
Well, they're having this moment. The other ones who are already kind of in the bridge area, what do you guys want to do?
Well, I sail.
You're going to run up to
I sail. So what I think
this
that
is actually really good.
This think that
roll
this
me
was like another regular like ship.
I would say you could say. I would say that you could say that. I would say that you'd be able to determine where the steerage controls are.
Yeah.
Are one of the two up at the very front. Because you have the sunken pit, there's 2 stations.
Yeah.
One towards the front, or 2 towards the front, 2 towards the back, and then there's basically the command chair in the back that's still elevated that lets you see better from the observation deck.
Yeah, I don't really need to see as much as I need to navigate the ship, and someone else needs to see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I can see for you.
So there are 5 positions to take.
Mm-hmm.
At a quick glance, and as soon as you get in, you're able to see looming closer is this massive piece of stone. That's essentially, think of like an asteroid in like a space situation. It's it's this debris, this massive chunk of stone that is slowly drifting down from above. You can tell one is the piloting controls.
Mm-hmm.
One is the navigational controls. Different things. One controls the steerage. One controls like figuring out where you're going.
Okay.
One is sensors. One is essentially shielding and power systems. This could also control the weapons. In the command chair is the coordination, and that's the one who's going to have the best view. So whoever's kind of good at perception should probably be in that chair.
Well, I also know that I wouldn't really be super familiar with the sensors, so I go
I
for
have
power.
+6 on perception.
I have a +7 and advantage.
On perception?
There we go.
I have
Yep,
so
there
you
we
would
go.
be in the chair. Get in the chair.
So yeah, you'd either be good on the chair or you'd be good in the sensors.
Okay.
No, you need to be in the chair. Go in the chair.
So
Yeah.
Cool.
And then I'm going
Captain
to
Arcadia.
steer. I'm going to do where the weapons are and the power steering, but because the sensors can be
Carcass?
really anyone. But she's not looking too good, so she needs like something. Let me see here.
So, well, I'm gonna kind of start like limping over to the pilot's seat, because I feel like that's my thing. What are you doing? You're going?
I'm in the front with the steering.
So are you doing the navigation or the steering?
The one that's not the sensors. So I think it's the steering.
There's the front left. Like if you're looking at the windows, front left is piloting, steerage. Front right is navigation.
So like radar somewhere. Okay,
Sensors are back behind navigation.
They're separate.
They're separate.
Yeah.
The navigators person who can they take the data that's being picked up from the sensors and can help plot a course and give advantage on the checks to the person who's in the piloting chair.
Yeah, but he's in the pilot
Yeah,
seat.
she has advantage on
Well,
perception.
he's in the captain's chair.
Captain's chair, yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are different when they.
And you're in the
when they
pilot
date.
chair.
He's in the
Right.
pilot seat. I'm
We
just
got this.
standing. I'm not sitting. I don't need to
No,
sit.
I don't want to take the pilot seat.
No, I'm not even sitting in the pilot. I'm just standing like up there. But also, I would like to also use my orb to make a potion of healing. I know it takes 8 hours, but I'd need to do that because I don't have any.
Like to start doing it?
Yeah, but the orb lets me use a component that I don't have, so I can get a component
Does
using
she
the
have to
orb.
be out of... Well, we're not in combat.
We're not. It's not initiative. It's just like
Right.
it's something I
that's a
have.
downtime activity.
There's
As soon
an
as we get,
We're not in downtime.
No, there was the cave is collapsing.
We're gonna die.
This is so Ember. I'm just like, no, we could do 2 things at once. It's fine. Okay, so remind me
Where does Ember look like the most hurt?
she's not. I don't. Well, she has
Is
low
she bleeding
HP.
anywhere? Is she
That's
have
a
a
great
broken
question. I don't
wrist? What's your gut
know.
reaction?
Is she injured? Like,
What's
she
your
has
reaction?
hit points?
I don't think she's really hurt. I don't know. I have 8
She
hit
looks a
points.
little singed, maybe from
Yeah. She is
Yeah.
hurt, but I don't think she was armored up. So maybe she is she's bruised. So, she feels sore.
You see Clementine, as she's limping towards you, she kind of takes some kind of not a syringe, but one of those circular looking. I should not do this on camera. Like a circular pen looking thing.
Yeah.
She kind of stabs her arm, and you see her arm kind of come back, and then she walks up, and then on your kind of burn area, she'll do the same thing with another one on yours, and you kind of watch the skin start to close on
Thank you. And I'd be like, oh, that's really neat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So yeah, I guess because with the blast, when we all went down to 1 HP when she fell and got everything knocked out of her.
You get 12 hit points.
12 is lovely.
Nice.
You are currently we're at 8.
Oh, what about Aggie? What does Aggie look like?
You guys are Aggie.
'Cause I was holding Aggie the last time.
there's small holes in some of his his left wing. His scales are kind of dented and cracked on his left side from where he got hit.
Baby.
I'm at 2, so I might cast
Yeah, some of you guys
Cure
are
Wounds.
Yeah, I'm not
So-
doing well.
However, looming boulder
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm jumping in the pilot seat.
Okay.
I feel like Lindsay would be great at navigation because
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, so you're hopping in.
Because I'm from the sea.
Because driving a ship doesn't necessarily translate to a submarine, but navigation, I feel like
Yeah.
would.
Captain.
Yep. So you're gonna have that part. We have
Captain
somebody.
Arts.
We need someone on sensors and someone on
Under sensors.
What would
like
their
potentially weapons and like power control of the ship.
How good is your roll to hit?
Oh boy.
What is he weapons?
You
Yeah.
see, like, you see everybody like goes over, like, we need somebody a weapon.
He's already sitting in the seat.
Dagon's like,
That's fine.
Like you're like sitting on your guitar for height so you can see the screen.
Side eye him and be like,
I'm sorry.
I'll give him a chance, but those are
I don't want,
because
I
of
don't want
their
anything
spells.
important. If I stress out, everybody's dying instantly.
Be like, not. I'm gonna
Breathe,
try and
just
have.
breathe.
I start panicking. The
Put the
shit starts
danger,
melting.
put the dangerous
I
guy with
guess I'll go
anxiety
weapons.
problems in a submarine. Good idea.
Yeah,
Is
that's
he
not
going?
terrible.
Yeah.
What's his hit?
I'm gonna sit in the back and meditate.
What's
You
your
guys have
hit?
fun with that.
Where do we hit? Like,
Your plus.
Like for weapons, like would you like do you have any like
What's your attack bonus?
attack bonus? Yeah.
where was that?
For
Under
Under what are your
Actually,
He's
you
a
know, your
bard,
actions?
so he's
Oh,
probably
like
more
a regular
spellcaster.
attack?
That
Yeah.
could probably be better.
Oh, plus
I,
5?
okay, plus 5.
Would probably be the same with it.
Yeah, it's the same.
That's for spellcasting, though, not for attack rolls, is it?
It's a dagger. which is
Okay.
plus
I have a spell attack plus
He's
5 as
nimbly
well.
nimbly.
Oh, that's a spell attack.
So yeah, I mean that's good. So we just need someone in the other one, or you can just leave that blank.
There'll be sensors, and you said the other one's power.
That's a good one for anybody who's good on, also good on perception
Oh, what are you?
or investigation. That's a good one for
You're
investigation.
better.
Actually, better.
What's your
investigation.
investigation?
My investigation is going to be a 0.
Oh, do you want
Yeah.
me to take that one then?
Yeah.
I'll go that
So I'll
one.
do sensors.
And I'll let everybody know too that I got a new spell, enhance ability. So if you are in need or feel like you need help with charisma, intelligence, wisdom, strength, or dexterity, please let me know.
Okay.
I'm gonna
It's a
guide
second level
myself
spell though, so you
for,
really have a big need.
like, would it be pilots or tinker tools, or what would it be? I'm guiding myself for the next step.
Let's just say you're guiding yourself.
Alright,
Let's call it that.
okay.
Just makes it easy.
Guides.
So, looming in front of you, immediately other than the navigation stuff, the sensors come to life. Let me get a perception check from the captain. Let me get an investigation check from the sensors.
I can do perception though, right?
Yes, it's just a higher
Okay.
DC.
Perception.
And we'll see what they get real quick.
20.
20, awesome.
Which one is it?
14.
It's right in the middle of the 7 and 17.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, the sensors immediately pick up. This thing is now 50 feet away from it.
Okay.
You're at cruising speed, which is the slowest speed this thing can go. As the captain, you can see there are speed adjustments on the chair. They go from cruising to attack to ramming.
Yeah.
That's how it lists it.
Right.
And they go from green to yellow to red on like the little lever. You do not, if you click that, you do not adjust the speed. That's going to be the navigator who actually activates the
So
speed.
it's just a command.
Right,
kind of,
right.
Okay.
But you trigger that for that. You have the ability once per cycle of these checks, because this is essentially like an extended skill challenge. You can give advantage if you meet your perception check and see things like figure out. You can also make an insight check if certain things happen. You will be able to provide advantage on somebody else's roll. So that's the captain. You coordinate.
Sweet.
Now over in the person doing the sensors, you're providing better information to the navigator. When you beat the DCs, you're going to give them a static bonus. You have a +5 to your check.
Okay.
So now for yours, this would be perception, investigation, whichever one you want to make on that one.
Okay.
My Dakin over here, like trigger finger, just like, just tell me what issue, guys.
I'm gonna make a perception. It's 12.
12?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus the 5.
Oh, the 5. Yeah, plus
so
the 5.
So 17.
Mhm.
Awesome. and then that's going to show up. Like you can already kind of see like this, almost like a wireframe thing in front of you that's on this little screen that's showing where this thing is. Now, as this information ties in this brief exchange of like 6 to 12 seconds of you guys just scrambling in here, now it fills out a little bit more data. Then not just this thing, but behind it, you can see more of these things are falling. This is...
Is this just debris from
Yeah.
the building?
Yeah.
We're like in a cave that shit's
So,
falling.
Do we need to go up or do we need to go?
I feel like up would be worse.
Yeah, I don't think we
Yeah.
can.
We have to
If
go.
we dive, we have more time to move the rocks
Yeah.
are sinking.
So,
And it'll dampen the.
So
what kind of ship are we in?
it's some sort of submersible.
Okay.
You haven't seen what it looks like on the outside. You guys went through a hatch and are now run right in. You've seen a few like a bit of a tunnel, a couple of side chutes, and the bridge.
And we are in water.
You are definitely in water. So, that's gonna come around to you.
I'm rolling dexterity, intelligence, stinkers.
It's either a dexterity based or an intelligence based. It's your choice.
That's good. Yep. That's good.
We're going with a 27. Sorry, 26.
So you
She puts her hands on the console, and her eyes glow blue, and she doesn't even move the thing. It just moves by itself, and she just like closes her eyes and just wills
the
it.
vessel pivots at this cruising speed and just slowly comes around as this thing, and it's not going under it so much, it's going around kind of like the ship veers like this, and you guys all have to like kind of hold on as it doesn't go full flat, but just enough to where you see like, and the thing rolls past you as the massive side of the stone just. Now as that happens, and you can kind of see now up a little bit farther along what I guess you would see above the water a little bit, the ceiling of what this area that you're at is just roiling with this rainbow of flame, just, and you watching as more and more stuff just dropping down into the water.
Must go faster.
Yeah, I'm thinking we need to like kick it into
like
gear.
a bubble? Like, are we sitting like how it looks? Are we sitting in like a bubble of open glass? Like the front of it?
There's the front of it. There's like 5 window slots, and this ship, from what you can tell, looks like it's almost like submarine shaped, almost cylindrical.
Yeah.
Just from this vantage point,
I was
you don't know
curious to-
how wide it is at the moment. However, over at the power control station, there is a readout showing the outline of the ship, and it looks more like a manta. It has like it's slow, like it comes
Like a
back a
manta
little
ray.
bit, and then it fans out and has like fins.
Okay.
Who's doing weapons?
He's weapons.
He's weapons.
So one.
I mean, why don't you do a check? Why don't you do a check and see what kind of weapons they have? You know, that are on the ship. That might tell us a little bit more about what it's meant for.
So, quick check on that. Go ahead and roll me a d20. It's an investigation check.
Oh, what's his room? My lasers.
Dirty 20.
Okay. You're like flipping through the things, and it's like there are. It says torpedoes as an option. It also has sonic drills.
We could make
Don't
the
know
debris.
what that means.
Make the debris smaller.
I think this ship can't possibly need those on base.
Sounds like it's a. It sounds like it's a like a mining ship, like a drill. If it's meant for
So,
drilling.
yeah, so like I'll be like, oh, torpedoes on the way.
Okay. So, you guys are still in the thick of this now. As this, you've just cleared this one piece of debris. As you're coming up now, with the checks that you guys already made, you can tell that there's at least 3 more chunks that are going to be in your way coming up.
Okay, well clearly we have to knock
At
it out
our
of the
current
way.
speed,
At your current speed, navigator, make me a perception or an investigation check.
It's gonna be a perception.
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
It's a 4 plus the 5, so it's a 9.
oh,
26 and
So from the command chair, you're doing like some. You're able to point out the 3. That's going to give you the +5.
Another +5?
No.
Oh, because I already put my +5 on there.
So this is
It
he's got to
depends
do
on
it every
each
turn. If he doesn't
Yeah.
get it, you don't get it.
Okay.
So and that so your total's what now?
9.
9. You're pretty sure you're good.
Can Aggie make a check?
No.
He has eyeballs.
He does, but you're the
He
one
doesn't
who
have
can't-
thumbs to
Oh, yeah.
point or
Disposable thumbs get you every time.
But the person on sensors could make a check. You want to do that?
Yeah.
Investigation?
Cassie's just sitting there by the
I'll
broad,
percent
ready to give more power. Ready.
Does he look happy or does he look stressed?
No, he's
He's having the time of his fucking life.
no. I think he's actually kind of not bored, but like
Well, you can tell
kind of
that
feels useless.
like, you're pretty sure at the current rate that you're going, you'll be able to avoid at least the first chunk, but you're not able to plot out like enough information from the sensor readings you're getting.
Heard.
So as far as you're concerned, it's cruising along at this speed, you're okay.
We could go faster. But even though you're on, why don't you make a check?
I can't. He's captain.
Yeah, but your character, like, would absolutely 100%
I know
just
it.
do his own thing.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah, so be your character. So make the check.
Yeah, actually,
Be
not to-
Cassius, do the thing.
I need everybody to be ready because I also don't want to.
Well, tell everyone you're doing the check. Like, tell everyone you're checking, and then you tell us.
Can I perceive if going faster would be?
Make an insight check.
Oh, I can do that.
Like, Cassius doesn't just sit there.
Okay.
He's having a nice joyride.
He's not.
Our first one's a nat 20. Or sorry, a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
And I have advantage on it. But that's not a good one. So we're not going to go with that.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
You can tell that if you proceed on this course at this speed, you guys will die.
That's
Go fast.
Hey guys, we're going to die. I'm going to go all the way up to the highest speed.
And I'm assuming all of us are, like, holding on for dear life now.
I'm not holding on to shit.
what's the problem?
We're going to die.
The debris is going to fall in such a way that you will not be. There'll be no space
Okay.
to avoid it.
Okay.
Can remember you are in the thing, but I couldn't.
Yeah, so I'm just going to full throttle it.
No,
So standing next to the command chair, you just full throttle the thing. All right. So over in the power system, that's you.
No, I'm power.
Oh, your power. Okay. So.
So I mean, I give it full power.
All right. So,
Yeah.
so you just activate.
Yeah.
Give us much time. You just said we need to go faster.
What
We're
happened
gonna
to
die.
my stick? I did not
You
send
were-
my stick your
You are
way.
going too slow. You are going slower than the ship.
Dang. So all of a sudden, the ship, like with that boost of speed, it lurches forward. You're now going. I don't know the nautical terms for the speed.
Knots.
Yeah, I know, but like I don't know
A
what
lot of
the transference is. I should have done a little bit more homework on that.
Calculations.
Yeah, but you're roughly doing about 70 miles an hour now at this point.
Oh, we're definitely gonna hit something.
So
Am I saying that I could do the same thing I did for the car?
One
Do
knot.
it to the submarine?
One
You
knot is
can't go on
1.15 miles per hour.
Go underwater.
If I could like dig
knot
into
is
it
1.15
still, when you were saying
miles
underwater?
like
You're
dig
also
into, like,
currently
at
our
70.
weapons.
So we're going about 60 knots.
Yeah, we need you on weapons.
I am.
if you want to play music, you can't control the weapon.
Yeah, we need you on weapons.
Okay.
So that somebody else would have to hop.
So I'll just like I'll be doing what I'll be like we go live we go submarine.
And you can give bardic inspiration to somebody.
I
The next person that's going to be making a check is Clementine.
Well, I'll give it to the captain because I feel like the captain uses it more.
I actually start singing that song
You're
as
like
well.
you're actually like checking to see why the throttle.
Have you seen a submarine before? I don't think so.
Yeah, but she really likes the song. It's a good
Really
tune.
catchy.
It's a really catchy song.
are
So
we
she listens to it and
Just going
hears
the
it.
wrong
Very
direction.
far.
We're going
Second
away
gear.
from the.
You are going away from the explosion, but the debris is going to fall in such a way. He just realized as viewing that they're going, oh no, like that won't work because at this speed you're going to avoid the first one, maybe the next one, but then there's not going to be anywhere to go. Like it's going to squish you under a layer of just some debris. So that's when the go faster got activated.
Gotcha.
So now, unfortunately, at this speed, you have a -4 to the check.
We take those.
You're still batting yourself, so
Yeah, that's true.
that kind of negates it a little bit.
That's what it was for. It was a lot first. Yep, negates it.
Nice.
Nice.
That's what we're here for. -4, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right.
Oh,
I got it.
Wait, I'm pretty sure with vehicles, does that count? Or does
Yeah. It counts.
Oh, I did 22. Okay.
So as you're going along now, and like you had banked this way, you're leveled back out and gone over this first debris and diving straight down to make it. There's two coming down, like one in the middle and one to the left, and like you can tell there's more stuff now coming down and like just all throughout this place.
Between those two, I want to flip it and I want to cut it. And I want to go between them.
Yeah, now you literally go sideways this time.
Yep.
All right. So on this one, I'm just gonna have you make this check this time, and then we're gonna do because you're like right there on this batch.
Okay.
Same thing with a -4.
Alright, bet.
And what can I put this like?
And then I'm gonna have checks ready to see the next batch of stuff.
-4?
-4.
15.
15. You're going sideways between the some, and you're like, yeah, no, you're. It's through.
Okay.
Good. That does not sound good.
But you guys feel your speed slow down for just a moment, and it's like,
Okay.
And like, okay, we're through.
so under the person controlling the weapons, one of your weapons just blinked out.
Tell me we didn't look at the thunder drills.
One of the port side sonic drill is gone.
Oh, no! Clementine cut it a little close.
Under your power things, you can see like you're bleeding power into that system, and you were like,
Okay.
stop. You know, like and turn like an old school like sci-fi knob, and it stops. And you watch the power level.
Okay,
blow
it goes
out.
back up. All right.
All right. So this next batch of stuff, let's get the captain's perception check.
Do we have any dead weight that we could cut?
I mean, there's a few dead bodies on board.
The torpedo.
There's also a mech.
I don't want to dump the torpedoes.
The weapons. Don't the
But
weapons.
it's-
Still have a sonic drill.
22.
Dump the corpses.
22? Okay. So this next
After we loot them, though.
batch of things that are coming.
They're his parents.
You're able to point out to our navigator
I am.
The-
I forgot
the
they were your
series of
parents. I'm
stuff
sorry.
and like oh wow.
We look exactly alike.
It's not just big pieces now this time. There's two giant chunks like you've been avoiding, but now there's like smaller like car-sized chunks that are falling along with it. And you're like, oh crap. And you're having to point out these details. So now the person who is on sensors
Hi.
can make their check.
What kind of check do they make?
It's going to be a perception or an investigation, whichever one. Perception's hard. This is you kind of like painting all of the
18?
debris. Yeah. And you're like, you're pretty confident you caught all the things. Now, in the navigator screen, these things pop up so that you can help plot the course. So go ahead and, yeah, what you got?
And what kind of check is it?
And you're going to get, because of their checks being
Mhm.
successful, you have a +5.
So I rolled for an 8 plus 5.
It's 13 plus your proficiency bonus.
I already.
So 2, 3, all of this.
So is a proficiency bonus separate than the actual check?
It,
So like I have a 2 on perception.
oh, no.
Then it is the night. That's why I already added that then.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you have a
13.
13, okay. You can give somebody advantage. Do you want to give her advantage on this check?
I think so, yeah. So
Will you roll
that's
again?
my spell. Like second level spell.
It's lower. It's 5.
Okay, so 13.
This just looks foreign to her.
Yeah, the stuff that you have coming in on your screen, it looks like you have no path coming through this thing, and you're now like, I don't know what to do. Now it's at a -4 with disadvantage.
Wow. He's just standing there.
Onzi's controlling the weapons. Oh, no.
Dak is
Listen,
controlling
Onzi's
weapons.
just pointing. He's still, and as like the ship rocks and stuff, he's pointing
Watching
there.
her move. Is there any like
We're about to
sort
get
of
crushed.
check I could do to see if
It's
he?
oddly interesting because like the way he's standing and pointing, like he's always pointing to the like. It always looks like he's pointing at the nearest thing that's coming at you.
Is there any way I
Almost like he's
could
NPC.
medicine check him from afar? Can I medicine
I
check him
really
from
need
afar based off of how his
You
concussion?
gotta get a little closer.
Can I tell him to come here?
Yeah, why not?
I'm just gonna be like,
He's petrified. Waiting for player to return.
He just in a nurse outfit. with a hat, with a wizard's
Please tell me
hat.
he's pointing with his finger.
He's like,
Yeah.
Okay, great.
He did a thing last. No, he did a thing last
He
session
was
with the
naked.
nurse outfit on.
yeah, he's wearing the hat down.
Tyler.
Sorry, I got excited.
Sweet's sitting there. I love how Alex
Disadvantage
it was like somebody took care of goblins.
and -5.
You're still got -4.
-4.
It's not a problem anymore. We got the extension.
20. 23.
23. Okay.
Disadvantage of -5.
Without being able to figure it out, you kind of like, for a second, your consciousness extends into the ship a little bit more, and it's not that you're seeing through the sensors and stuff, but you could almost, realize, like, oh no, this isn't going to work. And you level back out from the thing and then immediately dive, as you're watching these smaller ones are faster. And one of them, you hear, bounces off the ship. Another one's like coming right for you. Give me an attack roll, Dakin. As you power up one of the remaining sonic cannon.
That's crazy.
That's fucking
So, like, the hit DC or like...
You're +5.
Yeah, it would be
You're
real.
+5.
If I rolled like a 5, will we have died right there?
Would casting message help our communication abilities, or do we already have adequate communication abilities?
You guys can talk all pretty well right there. Good idea, though. If somebody else were moving throughout the ship, that'd be a good one. Like, if somebody ran to go fix something.
Right? Cool.
Foreshadow.
What is Lily doing right now?
She's in a hospital, or she's...
Yeah,
like,
she's
in a
still
pile
down.
of-
She's like barely conscious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's laying next to your dead father, and Nicodemus is keeping him from dying from all the rolling around.
It's true.
He's keeping that guy those guys and the purple crystal dragon worm safe. Because you can, as you guys are moving around in the back, you can hear as your mech sliding around.
Well, maybe I should go secure that.
Have Aggie do it.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have thumbs. Hey, I'm
Grab it.
gonna tell.
Knock it over.
No, like the things that are rolling around, like your
My
parents.
neck.
He doesn't have thumbs. But aren't your parents rolling around too? Essentially,
Nico's keeping them.
can he grab your mech?
I feel like he could at least like push it into a corner, maybe like I don't
But
know.
it needs to also be like
Fucking
stuck
Fonzie
there.
can do it. He's wearing guns and overpower. He's just standing there.
Ponzi, yeah, can we tell
Ponzi
Ponzi
has
to get
like
it?
5 concussions at this moment, y'all.
Ponzi is capable of
He's
moving
gonna have
mech, though.
more if he doesn't fucking do something.
Ponzi is here.
No,
Can I
Ponzi's
yell to
not meant to be
Ponzi?
here.
I'm gonna yell to Ponzi to go grab that.
Okay.
Go grab the mech and put it against like something, like lock it in to the wall.
Okay. You do that, and he starts tilts and points at something else, and you wouldn't have seen this had he not like shifted in this moment. There is what looks to be some sort of creature moving through the water, and it's swimming in your direction. Now that you got what bonus? I'm sorry, what total was your sonic attack?
10.
10? Okay. That was enough to like break off one of the ones to where it explodes, and you can just hear like ting, 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 along the outside of the ship. It doesn't seem to have any real like impact on like the damage of the ship. But then you can see this thing coming at you, and it almost looks like
Is it the creature friend shaped?
it looks like a giant bass.
Oh.
Like it's like giant, as its mouth opens, you see like water starts pouring towards it. It's not close enough to attack you yet, but it is moving in your direction.
Is it big enough to?
Lead 60.
I'm shooting a torpedo right in its mouth.
Roll an attack.
Oh, I didn't do anything yet.
Not yet.
Listen to these guys just go, what? Yeah. And
Why are we doing that?
hey,
That's
I do have one question.
Yes, bro.
23. You guys,
We're in a submarine.
one of your 4 torpedoes
Strong enough to like get through the submarine.
goes off, and you see the creature
Yeah, it's large enough to swallow it.
like
Yeah.
eat it, like over it, turn towards you guys, start like surge forward with one flap of its tail, like really close to where you're at, and then
Great.
And
Now we're
like-
covered in fish
and
guts.
so like there's this big cloud of like red that obscures part of where you're at.
I should just see like Dakin just smiling.
Before we fire missiles at
Someone
anything,
turn on the
I found-
windshield wipers.
Can I cast?
I haven't found that button yet.
Do you even know what windshield wipers are, though?
Great point.
Yeah.
He's being on ships, like just ships.
She's seen windshield wipers more likely than she's seen a submarine.
That's rare.
So
I mean, if
I'm gonna
it's
separate
open, it might be able to help us, but
Why not?
Underwater.
seeing that,
In case you end up with stuff on your
yeah,
windshield.
seeing that Hansi is
you
still
never know, like fish.
just like pointing, Aggie goes, perhaps I should go check on the things in the back.
Yeah, just do it.
Wonderful idea. I'll be right
We
back.
do everything ourselves.
I love how he's British. It just makes sense.
Cassie just looks at Aggie and he's like, "What's next?"
it might make more sense. I don't know.
As he's like flapping past you, he pauses for a moment. I've trained many heroes and adventures. This is the craziest shit I've ever seen. It just continues moving.
Like, just stick around with me.
But I hear
Just
then I
wait.
turn around and I say, "Bet we're having fun, right?"
It flies out of it.
Sure, as he's like has a hole in his wing, and he's
He didn't know he's up for when he got me.
Aggie hasn't seen shit yet if he hangs around me long enough.
So,
and show him a dragon school.
oh, you're right. It's just same as
Just want to make sure.
I know what I'm gonna
Alex is
say.
a little taller than the select screen.
so.
Round the guillotine parts.
Oh, I spelled it.
The next batch of this stuff is the ship dips down, dives down, fires off a sonic blast to take out one of the stones, comes through. There gets to a point where you realize you're going to need to kind of do one of these loop-de-loops.
Hell yeah.
So
barrel roll.
I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw from going upside
Don't worry,
down.
guys. I'm
This
self-taught.
isn't-
I'm going to. I will do the dexterity saving throw, obviously.
19.
Yeah.
Hey.
21.
One for me too.
Yeah.
Everyone.
I'm gonna drop the speed down all the way, and then when we're ready, tell me, and I'm gonna punch it so that the G forces keep us stuck to the bottom of
Nice.
And you pick now to do this
Yeah,
as we do
because-
the dexterity saving
Well, that's-
throws.
well, I
No,
mean,
that'll reduce the DC a lot.
yeah, that's why.
Oh, really?
I was doing it to keep us.
Well, with
I
him,
got
it's only
you.
5.
So, pass.
Yeah.
Wow.
To be
That's
honest.
a 15. And
We good.
Oh,
Thanks,
Phil.
Okay.
I had a 14. It's like I had a 9.
you stick that and you and bring it and do like a corkscrew to like get through. 3 of them are kind of falling together, and it's essentially creating a crush point. But you can't go over them because there's too much debris. You can't go below them because there's not enough space to go below them. And these 3 things are like creating a smaller and smaller gap for you to go through. You punch it now just at this right time. Go ahead and give me a piloting check.
Use advantage times forward.
Just -4.
Okay. I put that dice down. It's a 20. All right, boys.
And give him guidance.
Can I be double guided?
Sure.
She's like,
We'll say one of them is like a heads-up display. Then one of them is just a.
Okay. I have a 21 minus 4, 17.
17. You again, and you can hear the sound of metal scraping as the ship almost slows down to a stop because of that like slingshot momentum kind of thing that you just did. You hear, and if the ship surges forward and is spinning.
Oh, I'm nauseous.
Just,
Well, that's
Okay.
I've been
Lose an
seasick
engine?
before, but this
Did we
makes
lose
me
an
a little
engine?
more nauseous.
Lost an engine.
Are we burned with one wing?
You
Jesus.
lost an engine.
Yeah.
You can only go up
I
to
like that
attack
thing.
speed. You cannot go ramming speed.
Damn.
You lost the other sonic cannon and one of the torpedoes.
God damn.
Fuck. And
we could have shot the darn rocks with a sonic cannon. I'm just thinking.
That's what I said.
As they
but
fly
no one-
off out by the
under
window.
your thing, part of your screen like goes dark under the display, and there's like a little warning indicator saying hull breach.
Oh shit. What's your character?
I'm gonna tell.
Separate the saucer section.
If I'm stressed out, everyone.
By Clementine, we have a hull breach.
Are we still in one piece?
Yeah, there might.
piece is real. No.
Remember what you did to your mech suit earlier?
We're kind of like
Got any more of that?
weapons, so I mean I could go check.
You still have
kind of
torpedoes.
occupied.
Is there anyone?
Let's use those torpedoes before they get blown off.
Clementine's position.
So if under the display that you've got, the ship has like on it looks like a manta, right? Now it looks like a manta with like one of its fins cut off.
Oh shit.
Oh god.
From the back you can hear Aggie going, "Oh, well, I'm pissed. We're gonna be getting let's ride."
Oh, Jesus.
How deep?
Can't Aggie use his breath weapon to like,
Working on it.
plug the hole?
How deep is this?
Sick idea.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, let's do that.
So,
It's a yippity doo dah daily.
yeah.
Where's this trout at? Or the bass?
It's dead. It's dead.
They got,
dead.
they got exploded.
Okay. I
One of
didn't
the
know-
torpedoes.
I didn't know it died completely.
Alex, come
No.
on, man.
I know.
How'd you
I've
do
got lots to think about.
that?
I've got to keep everybody in line. 'Cause who knows who's behind the missile?
Alex,
He's the
you're-
Captain
Alex,
Arcus, the carcass.
You're not keeping everyone in line.
Not
You're barely in
now.
line yourself. So we need you to
Yeah.
It's an actual argument that's happening. Anyone in line?
I'm the captain here. I'm the captain. Sure.
It's dead. We exploded it, and all of its guts landed on the ship.
Probably use the other torpedoes for rocks
Using like
that
this
usually
weekly-
explode.
Well, and Aggie's
Almost
going
like What
to
your
Yeah,
try and
what
seal
your-
up the ship with
what
his
your
breath
stuff is
weapon.
like the Star Wars targeting computer stuff. Like that's what you're piloting.
Cutting to the saucer section.
The saucer section?
No Star Trek fans?
No.
No, I love Star
Wow,
Trek, but like
wow.
sauce.
We'll just check the captain's yacht.
Like
you know?
3 different times
How
they
was
had
this
to
annual
separate
bundle?
it.
Which Star Trek are we
It
talking
seems
about?
effective for
Like
now.
all of them.
Really?
Yeah, they always do that.
He shouts back, "This will do for now." Then you hear like the breath weapon go off again.
Okay. Is there any water leaking through? Like, do we see
It
water
still
trickling?
breach
says
says
all, it still
breach.
says
Okay.
all breach.
But we don't see it. Like,
Yeah.
it's,
But
Power is
but
good.
as soon as he says, "I think I've got it," now your steerage comes back, where you can control enough with that one
Just give it the full
that one engine there.
I'm gonna call out, like yell out. Is there water back there? Is there a lot?
I have no water.
Nicodemus shouts like this, "I don't see any. At the moment, we look dry back here."
I got no water. Concerning.
why is that concerning?
Because it could be leaking into an engine or something.
Oh.
Well, I'm made up of 60% water.
More reason to floor it
Yeah.
We can't go
so,
ramming
so
speed no
give
more.
me your perception check again.
as fast as I can. No.
How far is it to like the edge of this cave or like whatever we're trying?
Yeah,
to
like, how far are we close?
We're just like zigzagging for a couple seconds worth of life
He's
here.
checking.
Like-
He's checking right now.
23.
23. Okay.
Okay.
You can tell there's another barrage of debris now because a lot of the larger chunks have come loose now. It's like raining those car-sized ones and like the ones that are just like boulder size. There's no giant pieces in this next batch, which is actually more difficult. So let's get a sensors check from Lorelai.
You got it. Ooh, no.
What was
It's a
it?
9.
You want to use your advantage on that one?
Yes.
Okay.
Second level spell.
Hopefully there's
I
a
don't
That
rest
was gonna
coming
be
up.
a 14.
Okay.
It's better than
14.
Yeah.
That's gonna between the two. That's still gonna get you the +5 for your navigator's check.
W.
Ember.
+5. Sorry, I was fixing someone about work. +5. I can add. Okay. I'm gonna do perception. Jesus, I need to stop using these. I'll use that one because I rolled it. So 6 + 2, so that's 8, and then +5.
13.
13, yeah.
So it's 100 with it.
Yeah. Where's your
I'm
lucky
not good
dice?
at math.
Damn.
They're at home.
That's
They're
why.
at home.
I don't know if that was a 6.
What, should I roll this one?
Next time.
Next time?
So you've given enough. They're giving you enough where you're not at
Yeah.
disadvantage. You're only at -2 from the speed, but you're also a -2 because you're down an engine. So it's back to being -4.
I'm keeping
But
up
another day at the
with
office.
right now.
Another day at the
Am I
office.
still double guided by Phil?
Yes,
myself?
we'll say yes. Because one is technology, another one is holy shit.
I'm killing this shit, bro.
I'll bless you if you want.
Nah, I'm killing this shit, bro.
You know what I'm missing?
Triple
is
guidance.
my little
-4?
gray stick that Phil made me. It would go right there beside me.
Just
28.
No, the other one.
24.
24.
It would sit right
Staying
there on the
alive.
floor.
Staying alive.
Well, to break
I've
through,
got it somewhere, I'm sure. It's not what I needed.
you can tell that like if you're like, all right, you need to go this way, and like you go. We need to fire those torpedoes.
I'm putting on a fucking Anakin Skywalker performance right now. Like this is epic.
The same time that they realize it, you realize it. There's no way through this. You're gonna have to use the torpedoes to make it out.
All right.
We're never gonna get out of that.
So this is 2 attacks rolled from the last 2 torpedoes.
All right.
Because this is like use them or lose them situation
All
potentially.
right. No pressure. No pressure.
Worst comes to worst, I'm
We
pressing
believe in
the
you.
button again.
2.
We lost one, used one.
24.
Okay, one more time.
Nice.
That 20 for 25.
Nice. Okay, so you fire into this cloud of these ones that are about the size of cars, and they just and it creates this shockwave over the ship that shudders. But you're able to like ride the event horizon of the explosion into like the bubble of because it'll explode out and just vacuum in, and you get surged into that and make it through that debris field before it closes back behind you. As the next one with the nat 20 is firing at what looked like one of like the like a bunch of like the boulder size ones, but it was a distortion on the effect of the sensors and everybody's ability to like see through this murky water that you're going through at this point. That it was actually another one of the giants. And it had just had like spikier protrusions out of it that was triggering the sensors in an inaccurate way. As your nat 20 barrels into this thing and you watch as it explodes out and away from you guys. And there's this window where with your check you're able to punch through as it closes around behind you guys, and it starts to get dark as the debris starts to squeeze down. You hear as you're making it, and you're through. Directly ahead looks to be an underground tunnel.
Ooh.
You are in an underground lake tunnel, something as it is. But you can see this massive, like about like if it was a freeway tunnel, it would be able to hold 6 lanes.
Oh wow!
So we'll fit.
Yeah.
Does it look like a sewer tunnel? Like a
Yeah.
And we see it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Mhm.
We're going for it.
Yeah. Okay. As you get towards it, you immediately feel the ship accelerate to attack speed and then past it as you're being pulled into some sort of current.
Oh, we're in a whirlpool.
And
We are.
you get surged, and now you can see as
Powering down completely because I was going to let it take over, so the power is reserved, and I can punch it when I need to.
cool. Yeah, so you're just basically doing a rudder on this one.
Yes. Give us the extra boost when we need it.
It's a natural tunnel. It's not straight. It is sluices and slides in an S shape.
We're about to need you real bad ones.
There's
Okay.
there are Y connections and
It's trying to get Moss Ice to be up in
you're punching through this crazy moment of like, are we gonna make it through this? You continue to hear in this moment of clarity that comes over everybody, you continue to hear Aggie in the back breathing ice upon whatever it is that is got a hole. You can hear the mumblings of prayers coming from the paladin in the back. Beseeching. You hear like the phrase, "Bring us justice, Lord of judgment. Let us see the next day."
Can I bless Nicodemus? In case
He's casting bless on everybody, which
Oh,
at
okay.
this point does not actually benefit as far as that,
saving throws
but
and stuff. So.
it will have an effect.
Okay.
So this is going to be a one and done, despite the fact this is now a big series of these events that are taking place. Give me your perception check.
I need a donut. I'm nervous.
I'm
my
laughing
God.
because my camera controls on me keep shooting back to zoom all the way out, so I keep having to. It doesn't happen all the time, but it's every few minutes.
26.
26.
Nice.
All right. So you're able to like. Now this is not you in this moment saying, "Hey, watch out for this." This is you as this is happening. Going, check the left side. Do over. Check over here. Sensors
gonna be a 18.
18. You're able to, on the fly, keep sending the rapidly changing information over to the navigator.
Sweet.
Mhm.
Come on, Lindsay. You got this.
No pressure.
Just a little bit of pressure.
Just everybody's triggered.
Oh, come on.
I have a backup.
What you got?
5.
We'll just
Five.
kill
Would you like to
myself.
use your reroll on that?
I don't have any more.
No, I'm saying like you as a captain.
Oh, yes.
They,
But I get
It's
add
those-
5, so then
those
it's just
eating
10.
Oh, good. I'm going to take him back then.
5 plus it's 10.
so
Reroll it,
but he's giving you the reroll.
Oh, okay. 11.
That's 11. Okay.
Plus 2, so that's
13
13
plus
plus the 5. Yeah,
18.
that should be
really
enough.
good. Okay, so no penalty here.
That's
You actually, because of the way he's doing the power on this, you're having an advantage on this check.
I keep making the right
But you
choice.
still have a -2. So it's advantage with a -2.
That's kind of neat.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
3. Minus what?
-2.
27.
27.
Oh, man.
There comes a point where you guys are about to slam into where the tunnel Y's into 2, and you know the sensors say take this one, and you're navigating to go this way. But the current is going to, it's basically going to slam you, T-bone you right into it, and cut the ship in half. And at that point, he jams full force on the throttle, and ship goes, shoot, and you can hear again a little bit of scraping, but you make it through, and all of a sudden you're,
Well, thank God for that.
and
Just, you don't have to think out for it.
I knew you were more than a pretty face.
you can see,
Alright.
you can see now directly in front of you, you're opening up into what looks like the harbor. Up well above you, there is the bottoms of ships.
The sea!
You can see in the harbor of Dragon's Mouth. Off in the distance, you can see where the like it's really far away, but like because of the sensors and stuff, you're able to see like how the ground goes up for that little island that's in the middle.
Yeah.
But just well above you, like really far up there, you can see like big ships, galleon ships and stuff. Those like little EDB things up above you.
Those are what I'm used to.
So like those are like
Are we free and clear?
you are now out and safe.
Is there like an autopilot or like a coast feature?
Go like a fuck off out of this thing.
I know.
There is
I've got one. Number
there's
2,
like a
take command.
anchor here.
Number
Like,
2.
Am I good to
I
leave my
think-
station to go check on
Do you have one?
Ponzi?
What is
Yeah. Before we go any further,
Where's that Austin Powell?
I'll talk.
I love-
Number 2.
I'm gonna go check on Ponzi.
I'll,
Those are so good.
I think that if we've gotten this far, before we go any further or park this thing somewhere, we should probably see if there's some kind of tracking beacon or some kind of
Oh, it's a good point.
black box or something like that we could get rid of.
I would go ahead and cast.
Are we gonna keep this ship?
On that dragon.
I don't see why we would. Why would we?
Yoink.
So-
Why would we or why are we not?
Why not?
Oh, you want to keep the ship?
Yoink. Mine down.
Is it beyond Well,
Can
not
you make
for you.
it
I'm saying-
airborne?
That sounds like a year-long project at least.
But what if it's already?
You got more than a year left to live.
But what if it's
I got
already?
inside information. I don't know.
Do we know that? Do we know it's capable of flying them? Like, what if he doesn't have? She doesn't make it airborne because it does
there
fly.
does not appear to be anything on the controls that switches it from like an underwater to an air.
No, I think
I hate
we.
to say this, but I hate to
20.
rain on your parade, but with flying or swimming, there's not many easy ways to get out of Dragon Mouth, and I don't know that one of them is rather easier than the other. So
Yeah,
I don't
with
know
the
how much
wind
flying would
and-
help us
So why keep the ship though?
in
Can I
case we
go
ever
check
find
on
figure something
Ponzi,
out.
please?
It's a hiding
In case
spot,
we
too.
fix it.
Yeah, we can get out.
You
Yeah.
It still works.
you
It's
head
just
up
broken.
and check on Ponzi.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you broke the through this thing, like it has he was always seemed like he was pointing in the right way to go in the tunnels
Yeah.
as you were just going through.
He
as
was
well.
our true navigator.
And like as you
He
get
was a
up,
wayfinder.
as you get up to him, like he does not look at you when you walk and you stand up to him. His arm slowly goes down. And he's just standing there.
Can I medicine check?
He's in a trance of sorts.
Want to see if he's like trans, concussed. I fear
Or
he
someone's
is
talking
very
to him.
concussed.
He's in a flow state.
As
Sure.
I could give him another concussion.
It's gonna
if
be
he-
a 17.
He's like, what's his name from
It-
Soul?
When you
The guy, the hippie guy.
when you kind of check
Like,
his eyes,
goes in
you
and out of the
can
realms?
light and things
Yeah.
like that. They're non-responsive. There's a little drool coming out of the side of his mouth.
Oh god, it's probably
And there's a trickle of blood coming down out of his left ear and down the side of his neck.
He's having a stroke.
Is someone talking to him?
I'm
Inside
gonna
his
look
brain?
over at what I've heard people refer to as a doctor.
I'm going to. We're exiting this ship?
Now, where's the city today?
Right now,
We're parked right
you're
now.
not even like anchored. You're kind of
coasting in?
slowly drifting and
Yeah.
you're like right there.
We're with
just
the
after
current.
Yeah, you're safe now, but if you drift like this for too long, you'll be pulled into the dire straits.
It's a magic. Could we just
Yeah,
sit
yeah.
on the floor of the thing?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so I'm saying you can
We're limited,
anchor and go
though.
down.
Yeah,
Because there's still a hull breach.
Because I want to be able to leave quickly, but if we can just put it on the bottom so the current's not sweeping it up, then
Yeah,
that's
you definitely can.
Yeah. Gotta roll a friendship
Kind of
dice.
coasting on the shore. Listen
For Fonzie. It's like, I know what he's feeling. I'm his friend.
Oh, he wants a
That's
little
great. So
empathy.
then
He wants a little
we'll
empathy
have
roll.
someone-
Roll an insight check.
I'm gonna look over at the doctor.
I'm going to walk up to
Okay.
Fonzie and I'm going to just put my hand on his shoulder and guide him with me.
Time.
Wherever I go, I'm just going to walk him with me
Okay.
and I say I got him.
Okay.
I'll take him.
And upon like being guided, he'll walk. It's this weird,
Mhm.
almost like a vegetative state.
Yeah, I'm guiding him. I think I might know what's going on. Actually.
Can I like walk up to him and do that like the hand thing? Like,
Yeah, nothing.
Concerning.
How does that make you feel?
like, you there, bud? Hello?
It's no response.
He's lost.
Oh
Just
god, he's lost in the
slowly
sauce.
shuffling as he's being directed by Cassius.
Oh gosh, it's this freaking hole in his head. I knew it. Look at it. I take his hat off. You see the gigantic hole in his fucking head.
There's already like a tear in his wizard's hat that he's wearing, and it's like red right on that tear. But as you take it up, there's a dent.
Yeah.
There's a dent in his skull.
That's what I figured
And
it
he's
was.
like,
He had a brain injury.
and he's just.
Yeah.
It's not bleeding anymore because there's been some healing that's happened, but he's just.
This way, one flew over the cuckoo's nest. Come on. No, I'll walk him towards the. To sit down somewhere.
My potion now. I want to start it.
How long is it gonna take you to make that?
8
potion?
hours.
Sit down.
But I want it anyway.
Is now a good place to start it though?
Yeah, I have an orb. I can use.
What is it? Just a potion of what?
Potion of healing. I can use my orb to come up with the missing components for it.
Okay.
So
Does he
I'm
have
gonna
the
make
power on him? Is it in his pockets? or
Nah,
something?
he only
Yeah.
got.
For his
Does he
pockets?
still have more? Because I know I got sprayed with some, and someone else got sprayed with.
He has like I think one more pouch.
Okay, so I would like to grab it out and like force it in his mouth.
Are you forcing it in his mouth? or
I'm gonna try to
you-
stop him and figure out what it is first. Just a like, what is this?
When you take it out, you can from the pouch you can already smell like an herbal smell to it.
Okay. I'm gonna say, Dakin, does he take this?
Yeah, it's his weed.
Is he is he overdue on this?
Yeah, like this, the Auntie Agatha, she's in the city, she gave it to him. Like, said it would help them.
Okay. You've seen him do this before?
You guys need
Yeah.
to pause.
Okay.
What happened?
Hey, sorry about that.
You can survive.
So you healed up Nicodemus. You guys have been checking on Ponzi. You got the
powder in his
you pour the powder in his mouth. He kind of coughs. Just continue to stare forward.
Hey.
Man, Ponzi, stop acting like NPC, like your player's not here.
This ice is only going to hold so long.
Would you know what an NPC is?
This ice is only going to hold so long.
Did I?
We gotta
successfully
get outta
find
here.
A tracking beacon or a black box or anything?
Investigation.
Guide myself.
Yeah.
Hell nah.
And
That one. For a 10.
would I know if there is one
Fucking
working for that
pens.
company?
It makes sense that there would be.
Clementine, I'm gonna err on the side of there is absolutely a tracking device on this.
Yeah, I think so too.
In fact, I wouldn't doubt it if there's one on us
Nira,
right now.
in your head, you hear
The captain's chair.
Oh god.
Rip out the seat of the captain's chair.
Okay.
Move my
Got it.
ass first.
Oh yeah.
you
or
got up
this
to
is
go
snake
hit
bone.
Nicodemus.
Oh, I did.
Don't you dare.
Yeah, I mean,
He's very attached to that chair.
can I inspect the chair real quick first?
Absolutely. We'll
We'll
investigate.
get you another chair, buddy. It'll be cushier.
Natural 20.
You can tell that the way this thing is set up that like there's a lot of cords and stuff that are running in along the base of the chair up into the arms and stuff. But there's another one that's going into like the back of the chair that doesn't look like it's connected to anything other than the chair.
Okay. Yeah, I'm listening. I'm ripping it out.
You stab a blade in and like cut across the cushion, and then you can see how that cable that you were able to see that goes in the back of the chair runs down and into the seat of the chair, and there is what looks to be like something very familiar to your character that was on the mole worm.
Oh, where is Bear Tub? Is he dead?
I don't think he likes water.
Oh, is he dead?
He might not be a swimmer.
Yeah.
I'm
He'll be more like bait, like a worm and.
But you remember that
Such a
he
sad
had a
little life.
tracking
That makes me
device
so
on
sad.
him that was almost exactly like this.
Gotcha.
Got it.
I'm gonna break that shit.
I think I need to have a
Yeah, get it.
conversation
At some point.
before we make this.
Do you want to break it in a way that where you could tinker with it later and find out, or you just want to smash it?
If you kept it, we could.
Or leave it. If we left it somewhere, that might throw them off.
Sure.
We'd have to drop it like before we left.
Because you could cut the cabling to it, and you're pretty sure it'd shut off and be intact.
If you shut it off either way, yeah. Never mind. Man. You can keep power to it. It's kind of good.
Do you want to keep it?
As long as it's not going to get power, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Then I'll
Save for later.
just cut it loose and take it.
Okay. Yeah, it takes a little bit of sawing at it, but you're able to, because it's metal cabling, but you're able to cut through it. Yeah, you got this box. It's about the size of Super Nintendo.
Damn, it's kind of big. Okay.
I mean, this big by this big.
I'll whip out the tool that my mama gave me, and I will go to the back to where Aggie is.
That is a +1 all-purpose tool.
That's
Just a W.
I'm gonna make that a song. I whipped out the tool my mama gave me.
for real.
It sounds like it might be country.
And I'll make my way over there. Is there any like metal that I could use to like put on this and then mend around it to like patch? Is there anything I can find on the ship that would let me do that?
You would need, if you try to do it quickly, more than you would need to like search real quick to try and find maybe some wreckage in the ship to like to repurpose as like a patch.
I'll help look.
Is there any? Is there any?
Aggie's
cargo
gonna.
in the ship?
He's continuing there. You see, Aggie's looking like kind of tired, sitting in front of like.
When did
The inner panels. Just,
And he just keeps blasting this ice onto it or whatever.
Yeah.
And you can tell like the sheet of ice is inching forward because it's melting from the other side, and he can't make it go that way. He can only add layers this way.
It's like coming in.
Yeah, so like it's like growing towards him like a scab.
Is there any like cargo on the ship that we can use?
Immediately, if you go down the hall and to the left, there's a doorway. At this point, you, Arcus, and Nicodemus have taken the gnomes into that area. It looks to be like a little med bay. It's got two like cubbies, like cubby beds that right now the father's off to the side on the ground, wrapped up in a cloak, but the mom is being hooked up to the machines by Nicodemus. You would probably be headed that way too with him.
First, I want to go to Clementine and I'm gonna say, I need to give you this, and it's gonna be the bracelet that I've been wearing to communicate within B.L.U.E. Industries, which I don't doubt is being tracked. And I'm gonna hand it to you.
Okay.
To do whatever you're doing.
Is it still acting up?
Okay, while you're pausing, go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that camera is fine.
I'm going to the bathroom. First.
I wonder if it's because of the new.
There was a way you grabbed Andrew's
cameras.
birthday and all that, like way back when. Do you remember how?
Oh, especially when is it on?
Oh,
three?
I
You know what?
I only
Hey,
found
Clem,
the year. His
You have
age.
3 attached. If you have it attached to that extension, I would attach it directly to here if you could. Because this one's powered. So you won't have that
Where are you going?
problem.
Are
That's
you
what,
going to the bathroom too?
that's what I would do, but you know more what's going on.
I'm shocked because
My
they
coworker
just froze again.
What's going on? Well, cables.
My
But it's
coworker
already
and friend who
plugged in
has
there. So we have to make it.
Lisa H, who was one of our older managers, is
She's
trying to
the
get in
only one?
contact. I
I'll
think she's
figure
trying
out
to pay for the job.
What the issues?
Sure.
But her emergency contact on the bookstore paper.
Technical difficulties again. But here we
Testicle
are.
difficulties.
And we found somebody. But
Got two people.
exactly.
One brain dead node.
And our guest star today, Logan, the extra Logan. So, you have given
The bracelet.
the bracelet. that
What does
you
it
have.
look like?
It's a Live Strong anti-cancer bracelet.
It's like the Taylor Swift bracelets.
Oh, is it?
It's a bracelet?
Yeah.
Magic band?
Oh, the magic band. That's a good one.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Or like or fits the Fitbit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, cause like if you look at the Fitbit, they're very
It looks you know like those like magnet bracelets that you can get,
the
or
slab.
just like a metal curve
Yeah.
around or whatever with a gap.
They're like
in
medical
between.
bracelets.
Yeah, except for there's like little spots on it that you can press and indent into it and activate the sending feature.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Damn, I'm gonna have to do something with that before we leave.
Yeah. Like maybe stage a crash.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea.
I was gonna say, if you're not super attached to the ship, I can pilot it straight down and escape before it hits.
I prefer to keep it if possible.
Okay.
But yeah, just standing next to you is a catatonic Ponzi.
Yeah, I'm just still guiding them.
Oh yeah, I checked you first.
Until he gets over safe,
and
I
snuck
don't
you off
want to
to
do
the
anything.
upstairs.
So can I add some metal
Not
to
at this
that
pressure.
thing to
So who's helping? Who's helping?
I was helping her look for.
So investigation check.
Okay.
Anybody else trying to help? Trying to find metal to fix the ship.
I was just gonna pull a panel off the inside of the wall. That's not what's holding me.
You can do that, but it's not as strong.
I'll
as the-
assist. I only got a 6.
But I mean, it's a metal panel.
What check is it? Investigation.
Investigation.
It's gonna be 17.
You can find with your 17. With the 6, you're like, oh yeah, I'll help him pull this
Mhm.
sheet off, and it's like sheet metal.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're like pulling off this thin strip, and that'll help. So you're bringing that up. You're able to go into the back, and then there's like it's not a cargo spot, but it's almost like a provisions area where it looks like there's food storage in one section of it. And if you go farther down, there's like cargo netting, and behind the cargo netting looks like there's different like parts
Okay.
that would be on the ship. And then there's like this stack of almost like ceiling tiles of metal slabs that are like strapped in against the wall.
Okay.
Look like this could be used to fix the outside of the ship.
Sure.
It won't replace the whole fin, but it'll keep it from.
And you said she's
it'll
kind of
make it
like in the
watertight.
back area away from everyone right
Yeah, this is if you go farther into the back of the ship, it's more like in where the belly of the manta ray would be.
She's gonna holler towards them and be like, I found something I believe that can help y'all.
Hey, Ember, that looks a little big for me. Could you pick that up?
Yes, I go and get it. Pick it up.
And meanwhile, Aggie exploding, and at this point, Nicodemus will come out and also assist to help carry the pieces.
Okay, we carry it over to where
And
Aggie
he's
is.
again, he's just wearing the leather breeches, no shoes, and he's got a great sword like that he's just walking around with. He props it against the wall, and like he just picks up one of them. He's a tiefling. He's like
Oh
holding up
yeah,
with-
but yeah.
he's built like he wears full plate all the time, and he doesn't have armor right now.
Okay, so we hand it up. Are we
Yeah.
holding it up against so she could work on it, or
So yeah, the two of you would be bringing like a couple of these sheets in to work on that. You've got the other one, and even that sheet metal piece can be used as almost kind of like as a netting on the inside to like tack weld the other stuff too
Yeah.
after you get the.
Clementine like lifts up her hoodie and she pulls out like a little like miniature Clementine size like welding mask and like puts it on her face and like pops the thing down and then does like a little butterfly knife thing with the harvest tool and it just catches and there's a little like a torch head like
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll start.
Roll me a tinker's check.
Hell yeah.
Sweet.
Guys.
God.
Tinkers. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah, you're going along great. It's going to take a few hours to get this right. But between the people supporting and holding it up, it doesn't seem like this is going to be a difficult task until you can see, like, dripping along the edges of it, your torch is causing the ice on the other side to melt faster. And some water starts to come out and start trickling into where you're standing now at this point. And you feel the metal, like some of the welding you've done up in the top. It's not enough to support the weight of the water now pushing against it, and you see the weld start to snap, and it starts to tilt forward like it's going to fall on you, Ember, and Nicodemus.
And you need to ascend.
This is a couple 100 pounds of metal that's going to be pushed down with pressure. And at this point, you hear from behind you, and your suit leans forward and holds it in.
Oh shit! You're connected to that shit.
And its eyes like look down at you, and one eye like makes like a flat line, like it's winking, and it just pushes, and you hear the sound of metal scraping as it pushes it deeper into the hole. And there's still little bits of like water that are coming out, but now at this point, Aggie's like, it's like icing the areas. He's like, there's a lot. It's a lot easier.
Yeah, I'll just keep mending it.
Yeah, and with that, you're like almost like where you need like to like you can't quite get because the suit's in the way, and like lifts its foot up, steps back, and like pivots almost in response to what you want it to do.
That's cool.
After it does that, I'll come by and kind of inspect it, and then out comes like a calligrapher's pen, and I'll like sign off on it.
Like Arcus was here,
right?
Thank you, Carcass.
Thank you,
But
Carcass.
Cassius is able to get the Hanzi into the medical bay.
I'm not opening him up or doing anything until we ascend. The pressure is too strong for us to be doing things like that.
Jacket, what are you doing?
Unstable.
Okay, so I'm gonna do really something.
Whenever he has the smile.
Because I never like I didn't really help there with like the metal thing. So you just see like Dakin like after it's done, he comes in and he's got like a little hammer and he has like overalls on and he's like
He's ready to go.
And then he's like, oh wait, alright.
Oh, he went and found some overalls. He's ready to help. When you realize you couldn't help there, what would you go do?
I guess I go check out the rest of the ship, see if there's any holes or.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check.
Seven.
Okay. Tuck in, you can tell there's like a cargo belly of the ship. There's one of the rooms is gone completely because of the way the ship got ripped, like sheared off one of the wings. The med bay is actually in the right wing. If you're looking down at the top from above on the ship, the med area is over there. That left wing could have been crew quarters, maybe.
Right. If it like ripped off though, shouldn't there be like a massive hole in it?
That's what they're plugging right now.
Oh, that's what they're plugging.
Yeah. If you were to look at it from the outside, it would probably look way worse than this hole that they're plugging, because the way the ship was designed was to prevent catastrophic failure.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, it's like a wall.
Water walls, bulkheads, shields. Yeah.
I want to ask him to find snacks and technology.
That's your mission.
You got a steam deck into this?
Yeah, I would like you to go find snacks and technology because I'm starving, and there's got to be something on the ship also. There's got to be something important on the ship.
Okay.
Well, Laura can actually help you with that because she pointed out that there was provisions in the back.
Yeah.
In the cargo area,
Yeah.
there's a place where they keep the.
But also, I mean, like they're gonna have something on the ship, like the tech ship. Like, see if you find anything that looks like valuable to us. That
They can find value.
I hope they have animal crackers.
You go into the
My
back.
favorite animal.
It's a lot of the food that would keep for long periods of time. That's preserved or canned, things of that nature. So you're gonna find a lot of like canned beans and root stuff, and there's like stewed meats and stuff that are canned, like
There's no
canned
corned beef hash, is there?
yeah, stuff like that. Yeah,
Great.
canned chicken, tuna, stuff like that.
Do you bring it back?
Yeah.
I just bring it back.
I grab the can and I go.
Okay, more importantly though, did you find any like important technology
What is
Think
the
for plans?
I think Lorelai's just like.
Well, what technology you want to find?
But I feel like she would also take this moment to like kind of meditate, to try to figure out and like reflect on what she's seen so far.
As you meditate, and roll me a Constitution saving.
I should meditate. I sit next to him.
It's gonna be a 23.
You're
You're not here.
You're,
I thought it was
you're in a different place. She pointed you in the right direction.
Yeah,
You were-
23.
23. You were able to achieve this meditative state that you would do when you're doing your prayers previously.
Uh-huh.
Except for this time, as you get this moment of quiet clarity,
Yeah.
you can hear what sounds like rope snapping or like something untwining. And you immediately snap open with a vision of Ponzi in your mind.
But I'm gonna rush and find Ponzi.
You guys get to the medical area, and I guess you have Ponzi laying down or in the bed, just peacefully just staring up into the top of the bulkhead because it's a little cubby. It's still a full person.
I'm gonna go check on Ponzi though.
As you approach Ponzi, you're like, you can see the thread coming, like kind of like trailing off of like down the bed, I don't know, behind him, and the one in front of him is fraying and opening.
Can I reach for the one in front of him?
You can certainly
I
try.
would like try.
You reach out, and your hand goes through it.
I'm going to ask her what she sees and what's happening.
Can I? I'm not even. I'm gonna ignore what he says right now. Can I reach for the one behind him?
Yes.
Would like to try.
You touch it, and your hand goes through this one as well, but there's a brief moment where you can see them on the little shuttle that you guys took to get to the submarine.
Yeah.
Like looking back, anxiously waiting for everybody to go.
Okay.
And then everything goes dark.
So I was like.
And then you brush up along the line to his back, and it's just dark the whole rest of the way.
So he hasn't been physically there since.
like he's an empty vessel.
Could I?
Roll a religion check.
It's gonna be a 9.
A 9. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm just hand on the pendant, like hand over, just like slight prayer, trying to figure out and like ask for clarity over the situation.
Cassius, you've watched some very unusual activity coming from Lorelai, and they're not answering your questions. It's very focused on something you can't see.
She clearly has it from here, and I'm going to walk out of the room.
Okay.
Prayers.
Yeah, you
prayers. Thoughts and prayers, and I'm going to walk out.
But sorrow. Wait, what is it? Prayers and sorrow. Prayers and sorrow.
Okay, you step out. Dakin would come up with a bunch of cans of stuff on his arms.
It's like walking down the hallway.
And for a moment, as you see Dakin, Cassius, you can almost, you swear you see Ponzi standing right next to him as he's walking up.
Oh my god, someone punched his soul right out of him.
He's
That's
dying.
what I'm thinking happened. He's dying.
He's dying. He needs to be brought back to life.
But only you see his soul?
Well, I know what to do.
No, but does anyone else see it?
Well, I'm saying, like, there's just this brief moment where you see him walking up the hall side by side with him, and you're like,
I'm going to turn and watch as they walk.
yeah, but like, as you like, huh? And like, to shake your head for a second, it's just Dakin.
Mm-hmm.
Why you looking at me like that? You look over.
You might want to get back there with your friend.
Oh, shit.
When you need me, let me know. I'm going to continue to walk.
Where you headed?
Up to the front of the ship.
Do I hear him say that? Like, are you close enough for me to hear you say that?
Make a perception check.
It is going to be a 21.
21. You would hear him say you're that last part for sure.
The come and get me part? Or the one you need me come and get me?
Yeah. No, more like you hear him say the thing about like your friend's gonna need you, and then come get me if you and then
And then mumble mumble.
striding off the business shoes on.
The,
Even though they're not really business shoes now, they're the normal, but yeah.
So like I have the food in my like hands. I'll like go like run up to like the front and I'll be like, they go on, but okay.
So you drop the hand and you run to
Dents every one of them.
fronts the
Botulism.
clumsy.
And then
It's my favorite.
yeah, as you see,
Actually, I wouldn't know her name yet, so I don't know.
as you're praying, and getting nothing at this point.
nothing.
Dakin comes into the medical area, and you can see the fray of his
Getting worse.
tether stop.
Oh, our connection is breaking.
I don't love this.
It doesn't repair, but it's not. It's at this point. It's like like in the movies when you see like that rope's got two or three tethers left before it's gone.
It's still solid. I kind of. Oh god. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna push him out of the room to see what happens, but I'm holding on to him.
What are we doing?
As he gets farther away, you see the tethers.
Pull.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's down to one strand.
I'm gonna sit you right next to him.
What are you doing? Oh gosh.
Funny, somebody's gonna look you in the eye and be like, "You do not move from here.
Right here? All right.
You are not allowed to move.
Oh,
You stay with your friend."
okay.
There's, as you say that, a big grin goes across Ponzi's face,
Yeah.
even though he's still kind of got that 1,000-yard stare going
Yeah.
towards the.
Oh look, he's happy.
She's gonna be like, "Why don't you play him a song, little buddy?"
Okay.
Metallica 1.
For just one strand, you could too save this up.
Come join me for arms on open.
She's gonna walk when he's here, playing a song for his buddy. Lorelai is gonna run to find the doctor.
As you're running to go find the doctor, you can see standing up in the hall, like brushing himself off, is the purple crystal dragonborn.
Nice.
She's just gonna like double check and be like, "Well, this is his name.
Hello.
Who do you seek?"
Getting glitter all over the
I'm
ship.
here for Arcus. Oh,
I believe I'm going in the direction he is. If he would follow me,
I see no problem with that.
so I'll run, still heading.
His eyes still look bloodshot and kind of like singed around the sides.
She's gonna still not walking, just booking it, trying to catch up to him.
Trying to make
As you are booking it, you see him kind of like levitate off the ground
Yeah.
about 3 inches and just follow you.
She's just gonna be like, "It is what it is." Run. Does she pass Arcus on the way there, or is he in that room she's heading towards?
Is Arcus in the bridge?
Yes.
Then Arcus and Cassius would be in the bridge now at this point.
Right. So I'm running straight towards that bridge.
The both of you, every moment you step in, see each other. How would that go?
I hear the footsteps and I smile. And I turn around and I look. I'm like,
You're needed.
oh,
Back there. Let's go.
someone needs a doctor?
Yes.
Okay, I'll head back
Hello.
with her.
And then she's gonna turn to Arcus and be like, "This one's here for you," and she's gonna look at the other way.
And he like glides over to you and like kind of steps back down onto the ground, reaches out his hand. It's finally good to meet you in person.
Yes, you too. That was not exactly the meeting I expected, but I'm glad you're safe.
Right after I contacted you, I was overwhelmed by Director Drax.
Yes, he's been a nuisance to everyone. But I admit I've got a lot of
Just imagine
questions
you're slowly
about
walking
you.
behind her.
And
You are ready. Okay.
why you contacted me, how you found out, or how you found me.
I can sense you. You created quite the ripple upon the astral, or the metaphysical plane, so to speak. The mental connection of all psionics is a thing that exists across this realm and others.
You're talking about when that explosion that happened when I was kept underground?
Well, that helped me find where you were. That was like sending up a signal flare. But once you, well, I guess born is the correct term. When you stepped out from the Soul Forge and took your first step, had your first thought, you created a shockwave across.
Why?
Well, I don't know, but I know that's an important thing. You embody a power that I don't understand how you're as strong as you are yet. And I think you might need some direction on how to control it, which is why I sought you out.
You're talking about my affinity for crystals?
Well, that's part of it.
Or just me being
Well,
like druidry? Or...
Well, that appears to be something altogether different. But I also, and you see him from his like belt floating around his head now is the 5 crystals.
Ah, I recognize those.
I also understand how to use this gift. It comes from where I'm from. And if you'll allow me, I would like to teach you.
I would like that very much.
I am Lakar.
Unlike us, you sound similar.
While you guys are having this moment, you guys are headed back to the metal way.
Yes. I'm gonna pull my scalpel.
Okay. As you do, you can almost hear it's almost like a purr of satisfaction that kind of resonates through you. Like you hear it from her.
Okay. And I'm following you, and I imagine we get there pretty quickly.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Booking it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go up to him. I'm gonna look at Dakin.
You walk in here, hey, Macarena. No, I'm just kidding.
But you know, I don't think they'll see that either. They'd be like, hi!
What's your for your friend?
The Macarena, right? And he has like a little like sombrero and he's like, stay on the
I'm
She's gonna first how, second I'll ask more questions later.
It's a good idea.
Faintly now above him, you can see that thread has all fully frayed away. So where now you don't see the shredded bits of the line. You just see a thin line going into the chest, going up into just fading off into the ether.
Okay.
Let me guess, when you brought Dakin nearby, he started to stabilize.
Correct.
Okay. That's good. Dakin, don't leave. Stay right there. Nope, don't leave.
No, that's not
I
what you're
will
doing.
hold person on you.
From the hall, you can hear like the sound of tack welding and.
You're still doing that. Yeah. Use my whip to make sure he can't.
There you go. Yeah. I look at both of them and I say, hydrocephalus is fatal, especially in this case. And we're going to need to place a shunt. This is something that your gods have allowed us beings to learn in order to save lives. Prayer is only going to get us so far. We need to decrease the swelling in his brain. I'm going to walk up to Ponzi, and I'm going to take my scalpel and carefully press it behind his ear and right up behind the
dent.
Right behind his... No, not behind the dent. It's going to be low because that's where it's a drain from.
Sure.
And I'm going to cut in, and I'm going to actually remove a piece of his skull and place in a tube and seal it and let it drain slowly so that he can reduce the pressure.
As you do this, a thin trickle of blood starts, and that's it. And then nothing else happens.
I'm going to press the tube in to reduce the pressure from within his skull.
You press the tube in. Nothing comes out of the tube.
Interesting.
And then slowly the tube falls out.
Oh.
Oh, great heavens.
Oh my.
Does anyone have detect magic?
Let me see.
No.
I do drama.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do anything anyway.
I am tech.
You are tech.
I think.
On the
Can I cast Spare the Dying? He still has HP though, right?
Yeah, he's HP.
You cast Spare the Dying, and the effect seems to take place. The body's not down. You know, it's
Yeah.
stable, but you don't see any change to that faint thread that you can see.
Okay.
On the bridge, about the moment you don't know what's going on in the medical area, but as that happens, you and Lakar both kind of like involuntarily turn towards the direction they went, as you both feel a psionic spike.
Uh-oh.
Something that's connected to the psionic realm just awoke or did something.
Oh fuck.
This Ponzi.
See, which I knew from last game that purple thing wasn't magic, but it's something psionic.
Mhm.
The purple thing that
That
showed
was-
me
that was
at the
Lakar.
end. Oh, that was him. Okay.
Well, we probably had that. We would probably have that direction.
Yeah, you vote really quick.
Are you walking or running?
He doesn't even take the time to levitate. He just starts running. As you guys,
You have food.
Mirai, where would you be during all this?
Kind of standing by the doorway, watching Clementine go, because I'm waiting on Nico to finish up so I can talk to him a bit.
In your head, from your patron, you hear,
I couldn't save the gnome with the pointy hat. His brain had already been taken. Get ready, it's going to be fun.
Oh fuck.
as
He's like, I beg your
as-
finest pardon.
as they come running into the
Do
room.
I see anything moving in his brain?
As they come running into the room, you
Like a
see
tadpole?
the skull of Ponzi
Oh no. Oh no.
and pop out, and you see a brain pop out.
Oh my!
with these little like crab legs,
Yeah.
and it's like,
exactly like
and
a
you
thing.
see it start to glow.
I'm gonna stab him with my scalpel.
I'm gonna pull
Attack-
the dead on
Yeah.
his head.
Attack
Oh my
with that.
God.
I'm just stabbing the fuck out of that brain with the scalpel.
Well, how did you react?
It's literally the thing.
Do the
When
same
his skull, his head, and Bruce goes like
Yeah.
pulls it in. I need a
I need a wisdom saving throw.
I want to use my. Well, I can't. I'm busy. I was like a flamethrower. Kurt Russell.
Wisdom saving throw.
Fails.
It fails.
Fails.
Oh, wisdom saving throw?
Oh no, that was hers. What was yours? You're stabbing it, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm stabbing it.
Do me and Clementine hear this commotion?
Takes 5
In a second.
damage. 5 damage.
Five.
This welding is really loud.
That is true. Yeah.
Next
Right
there. All right.
I guess it doesn't need to be. I'd be out there.
Roll for the attack. I love ice type. Let's go. Signature spell.
At that point, she takes her whip.
Oh, he's gonna hurt all of us.
So easily.
No, you're not that close, right?
I'm in it. I'm stabbing it.
Hold on tap.
That's
And I only have 8 hit points.
Phil's hitting with the pointy end.
How do you only wait?
I
I was hit.
We all got hit, remember?
I can say it could go.
Not you,
further.
but the
My
Okay.
character's at 31.
Yeah,
Well,
all
he's
the
about to kill me.
So 24, so it should hit.
My
and-
character's at a 31. Currently, she's sitting pretty. I still have
Oh,
sleep, I guess.
7 damage.
Seven. Roll that 2d6 too.
My car almost went empty.
What did you hit with the knife for the damage? I'm sorry.
It was a 22 to hit
Okay.
and a 5.
So 8 plus 7, 15.
Okay. Somebody roll me a d20 for Char. 8. That's on the hit. As he fires off a radiant beam of energy from one of his crystals. Somebody roll me 2d8.
I'll roll 1. 6.
And 3. 9. So 14 more damage just searing into this thing. Like part of it like just shrivels and you see it like and it like blinks
Yeah.
forward past you guys in the doorway.
Ugh.
You have a moment to try and do something about this because where you're standing. There's this tiny little thing. It looks like it's trying to escape into the ship
It's a
somewhere.
tiny brain. Is it a little brain?
I cast the wrong spell. I should have entangled it.
No pea brain.
I
It
guess I'll-
says.
Eldritch Blast?
Go for the Eldritch Blast.
Gosh, I didn't know his brain was the same size as mine.
Wait, did you react?
That's better.
Oh, yeah, technically, I was
He
gonna
was
say
around.
I could have like stabbed it with my gag.
Yeah,
I don't. Would you stab it?
It sounds pretty fucking scary.
I think I would hesitate, but then I'd go do it. So I just.
I feel like.
as you hesitated, you and then you pulled your knife and you watched it disappear.
Okay. Because I was like, would he have
14.
hesitated at
That
first,
hits.
and then
That's see, they like.
yeah, because my thing is, if he
So
hesitated at
8
first, and then we did our
It had
spells
2
and
hit
all
points
that,
left after all that.
would he
Whoa,
have technically
and-
thought that time though?
And it just pops, and all that's left is like
I feel
the
like
it almost
bam,
looks like
bam.
a crab that somebody pulled the top of it off, and it's just gray and pink all over the ground.
Was that supposed to be fun?
You watch as that tether
Yeah, is now gone.
slowly drifts over to Dakin.
Had a feeling that was going to happen.
Oh gosh, my brain. My brain! No, somebody!
Lorelai's just gonna be like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Oh my gosh.
So we see that thing go over to him now?
Only
He
she
can see
does.
the tether. You guys don't see that.
Gotcha. Does she let us know about it?
I think she just said what F has happened. I don't think she let you know about the tether, though. 'Cause I don't think she's told anyone about, like, the
No.
tether.
I believe he has some sort of knowledge that he's holding back about it, though.
Doesn't hold him back.
You haven't said anything, so it might
Yeah,
be-
I told him there's
Neither one of you have.
Yeah, exactly. I feel
Yeah.
like maybe we
No,
don't
I just know they're
understand
close.
there's an understanding.
Does the
I just know
tether
they're
attach
close
to
and
the
they
back
weren't
of their
welding
neck? Didn't attach to the back of their neck, does it?
No.
it.
No, it's
It's like a through.
like above board. This is definitely something having to do with their souls.
Yeah.
Oh, that was, yeah, I was always saying back.
They're soul
I'm
tied.
supposed to go.
Dark Souls?
But this it comes in through the chest and leaves through the.
That's why Quentin Marsalis had a band-aid on his neck.
Who's Quentin Marsalis?
I don't know who that is.
Pulp Fiction.
Oh
Oh.
my god. Yes. Marcellus.
Marcellus.
Yeah.
That was a long ass time ago.
That's Marcellus Wallace.
Yeah, Marcellus Wallace.
Oh,
You
yeah.
Quentin Marsalis?
I made that up, really.
Find
I believe
yourself
that's part of the name.
Marsalis Wallace.
sitting on like a medical bed, watching everybody blast something that's running out of the room, and looking down over at Dakin. Now, Dakin, you look back and you can see Ponzi sitting on the bed looking down at you.
Oh, so I see him. He's
Yeah,
there.
plain as day.
Nothing wrong. So, like, I'll look at everybody, I'll be like, why is everybody freaking out? Like, where are you shooting at?
And as he says that, when you guys look back, Ponzi's sitting there on the bed. Plain as day, everything looks fine. The two of them are just sitting there.
Medicine check.
Behind Ponzi is Ponzi with an exploded face.
What the
Someone
fuck?
get the salt.
She's gonna get out her silver dagger. And she's just gonna press it.
Why are
to
you
him.
know everything's fine, Ponzi?
She's just gonna
Well-
press the silver to him.
You've just last thing you remember, you're adjusting the train controls, and then everything went dark,
So to me, is
and
everything...
you got a really bad headache.
Well,
Ponzi still would be
He looks
not
fine.
non-responsive because he is just staring straight ahead. Where's our tiefling friend?
You
He
don't
ran to the-
see him at the moment. He's in the hall.
I'll need a perception.
Okay,
Oh,
from the
from Nicodemus.
that is a let's see, 18.
Well, he would definitely see this then because he would definitely hear and see this and remember this. However, now it's times 3.
Okay.
As he sees the little spiders with the Ponzi faces.
Oh,
God.
The
And going-
spider.
Luckily, your back is holding up the thing. As it was like, what in the hells is going on?
And then it
Steven sees the face, and he's like, no.
yeah, and then he duck under his armor again.
He's shirtless. He's just shirtless, wearing
Yeah, he's
pants.
not clothes.
He's got no pants. He's got no shoes on. He ain't got no.
Does he look like he's holding something up?
No, right down the hall, prop against the wall is his greatsword.
Oh no, I mean like is he like
Yeah, he's holding up he's helping that with the welding.
the spiders are going and they are undoing his belt right now.
He's like going to start like smacking spiders away.
I got to. It's my time.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Give me just a few more minutes.
Okay, because I have to go get gas still.
All right, see you in a few more minutes. A few more minutes, please. As that happens, you're like you all see the spiders and see the Ponzi things. So you immediately get like a kind of a sigh of relief comes over. Oh, that little guy's okay, kind of thing. As he's one hand helping to hold the welding or whatever, and one hand holding his pants up as the thing's trying to steal his pants.
And I'm gonna look over and I'm like, what are those? As I'm also helping, but I see him kind of like.
Side check about what just happened.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just all right.
Cassie's just smiling and watching it. This is very entertaining.
18.
I should guys say the die.
I'll tell them. You guys. There doesn't seem anything malicious about the other Ponzi. You can plain as day see the dead one behind him. But the two of them seem the same as they were when you interacted with them before. And you can see.
I don't know though. They never come back the same. Have you seen Pet Cemetery?
I'm inspecting
They
the dead
never come
body
back to
because I'm just interested.
When you do that,
kind
can I
of cocks
medicine
his
check?
head. And he's like, "Can you hear that?" Or he doesn't speak like that. Can you hear that?
I don't know. I hear what?
Both minds are resonating from that one.
Oh God.
Has this one tried to talk yet?
Doesn't seem like it.
He's just staring straight ahead.
Oh yeah, because I'm. Yeah, well I know. I really don't know.
2 minds and 1.
Can I medicine check it?
Yeah, you go reach over
Make sure
there.
everything's.
She reaches up, trying to touch you. Ponzi, what do you do?
Nothing. He's having a lot of fun messing with the tiefling because he can see through
Yeah,
familiars.
yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. As you can see.
You can check. The vitals feel fine. You feel a pulse. You feel life moving through the body. You know, like he seems like he's okay.
Is he cold?
The
from touch or
eyes
normal temp?
are not doing the 1,000-yard stare of him like as he was catatonic before. They're kind of like whited over in the effect where you're looking through the eyes of a familiar,
Okay.
and you can hear the commotion happening on the other side. It's about this time the welding finishes, and you're all able to kind of converge into the one location that is the med bay, which is kind of crowded now at this point.
Because I'm assuming we're hearing this now, like just people.
After you finish welding, though, your mech goes back to where it was originally and powers back down.
You okay, Dakin?
I think I'm alright. None seems off.
How's Fonzie?
He looks alright to me. I mean, he's just looking to his familiar. Well, hand spine gun.
And coming up with literally with both hands holding up his pants is Nicodemus.
As the spiders jump off.
I just imagine him walking in the room.
As they scamper off with his belt. With his belt.
Lorelai's
Yeah.
gonna not see the belt go by, and she's gonna be like, "There is such a thing called a belt. You might want to invest in one."
And you can see this.
I'm kind of short on funds at the moment, sweetheart.
How tall is he?
6 foot something.
And he's walking around with no pants
A little bit. Well, he's got pants.
No, he's trying to pull him up because the belt.
He's trying to keep him
Yeah.
up because somebody stole his belt. But he might look a little taller because of the horns.
Heard.
He just kind of looks in the rooms like, there he is.
History?
He just walks across and takes back his belt.
I'll explain it later. As Cassius, I'll look over at Lorelai and be like, I'll explain it later.
Starts threading the belt into his
Yeah,
pants.
I forgot you were there. So yeah.
At which point Ponzi just kind of pops up and kind of looks around and is like,
We have history.
Speak?
Or even
still naked.
Actually, Neil.
My disguise apparently has worn off. I tried to get a pair of pants, but that guy wouldn't let me have them.
I don't think they would have put you anyway, buddy.
You're gonna fit him like a fucking blanket.
Yeah. He'd be wearing a big old poop.
Yeah.
You see, Dak can stand up. He's like, "You can borrow mine, buddy," as he tries to take his pants off.
He's a reptile.
Once
It's a turtle, right?
It's a turtle.
That's funny. He just grabs the hat, pulls down, and pops back up with his normal clothes on.
At this point, you watch from all of this holy work that you've been doing, Lorelei starts to look kind of gray around the gills. Her eyes kind of go a little sunken, so a little dark around the sides. She's been praying and touching that holy symbol. You guys watch as she does it again, and she quickly pulls her hand away as her whole palm is red and burnt. And she begins to go find someplace to go rest.
Mhm.
They're all kind of messed up.
Mm-hmm.
The crew quarters are gone.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of places you can tuck in the ship here. Different seats up in the bridge, in which you can take a rest.
We're anchored and safe.
And I would like to go pop a
stable.
can of food open for myself.
Yeah. There's a bunch of dented cans on the bridge.
Yeah, I mean, they're fine. I'm just going to have that, and then I'm going to open one for Aggie, too, because he has no thumbs. So he needs to eat, too. And we're just going to sit down, and we're just going to kind of, process, what happened. We're like, yeah, this, what is going on? What do we get ourselves into, honestly?
At which point, Hansi's just been staring at you, goes, I still see the dragon. I thought he fixed my head.
Oh, yeah. It's a pretty cool looking dragon.
And I'm going to turn to him and say his name is Aggie, and he's been here the whole time. And I'm going to hand him a can of food. I think you should eat this. You've been through a lot.
Cassius, make me a investigation check.
Okay. Can I actually talk to Aggie? I remember I actually talked to Aggie.
You want to try to?
Yeah, because I mean,
What are you trying to say?
well, I'm on phone now, so can I speak Draconic?
Do you speak Draconic?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so. Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
You
so,
switch over to Draconic, start talking to
yeah,
him.
so I go
What do you say?
Wow.
Can't.
I don't know how I would
At which point he goes, no, you're forgetting. You need to use the universal greeting when you talk to him.
I'm just watching this, not saying a word, because I'm finding this, quite comical.
Aggie looked over to you, looked directly at him,
We're just waiting for
He
them.
looks right at him. He goes, Ba weep grana, weep ninibong. And he puts his hand out towards him.
You put the emphasis on the right syllable.
I don't think he's very smart.
I don't think they actually speak
Alright.
Me, I'm old Dakin.
So,
Hansi does not speak Draconic, but he
Soy
does.
Aggie.
Okay, actually, I would like to talk to Aggie seriously.
anyway, I started blasting.
I'm the jokes.
You said, hello, I'm Aggie. And he says it in Draconic, but the rest of you hear him say, when he speaks, it sounds like somebody grinding ice together.
Yeah, it sounds fine to me.
Oh, so what would
speak
I sound
Draconic.
like? Like fire, clicking together, or
What does it sound like? What kind of...
Is Zippo lighter starting?
yeah, that sounds like a lighter set.
Why won't this ever work?
It almost sounds scary for how Dakin has been sounding. You've heard him speaking common, hi guys, how's it going? And then he goes
Yeah,
What are you trying to ask Aggie? Are you just trying to talk to him?
I was just asking him where is he from? I was like,
Come here often.
Well, that's an interesting question. Originally from the world of Greyhawk. Long time ago, or really far away.
I think I've been there before.
I doubt that very much. You couldn't be much older than 5.
You'd be correct. I just wanted to seem cool to you.
No, your performance on the train was fantastic. Your expert weapon skills saved the day.
Do you play an instrument?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to try? I got a war gun here. You want to try?
Do I know what he's saying?
You speak Draconic?
I think I might, actually.
Yeah, you got,
I have to
if you
check.
do, yeah, if you do.
You probably do just because of the bond.
But yeah, he's like,
Well,
oh,
we
you're
have
gonna go back.
efficiencies in training.
You set up, you pull out this gong, you set it up, and he like slams his tail against it.
Yeah, I speak Draconic.
As he's like,
I look at him and I say, he doesn't have thumbs. How would he play an instrument?
Well, he set up a gong.
Oh.
And he slapped his tail against it, and with a 21 on a performance check, he goes, whang, he goes, ding.
It's like
And
common
then he
frequency.
continues to tap the tail against it really fast. He goes, bang, ding,
and I start like playing with him, and I'm like,
It's a very familiar like Mortal Kombat riff. Hidden talents I didn't know I had.
Very, very good, Aggie. Very good.
Aggressively so.
Yes.
well,
And you did all that without a drink. Proud of you.
as they stick out.
As you say that, you see him pull out like this, like over his shoulder. He's got a strap, and he pulls off the thing. And somewhere in this last series of events, he lost his barrel.
Oh,
He lost his little keg, his
Oh,
mini keg
no.
with the straw.
How
I got
do you ever manage?
We'll get him a new
On
one.
my investigation.
An 8.
Yep.
Is there a way I could like precipitation, like
Precipitate all over them.
Like an illusion creator keg.
You know, like can it be real? Like,
Now it's prestidigitation.
Listen, we're trying to get him off the sauce, okay?
No, we are not. We are writing a note to Auntie, and we're putting it in the backpack. Putting in the request for how much it will cost
They're corrupting my dragon.
to get a
I want to get
flask for our dragon.
I want to get absolutely slammed with Aggie on it.
Well, he doesn't.
He doesn't get drunk.
He doesn't get drunk. He just
Yeah,
likes
he
the
doesn't get
taste of
drunk.
it. He doesn't get drunk. He just likes the taste of it. But you,
No, but we can have fun together. You know what? Yo, man, what's good, man?
I kind of leaned into Aggie and said, "Keep your distance from that one."
He's fine.
I mean, he's something for sure.
And she looks over.
He's a little, and he's still very capable. You know what? Sometimes the stars that burn the shortest burn the brightest.
I mean, I do like his energy, but he's a little out there.
Well,
But all good friends are.
actually, he's right in here.
Very funny, Aggie. I see you've been working on your jokes.
That's it. It's not as easy to come to the mind since I'm younger than I used to be. Just still boggles my brain.
How old are you guys?
Age backwards.
Technically, 240-ish. But I don't know in this body. He kind of like holds up his paws. This one's new, so couple days.
2 days.
Ah.
2 days old.
What language do you speak other than Draconic? Do you speak anything?
I'm fluent in several forms of communication. I've had to learn a lot over the years. I speak Dwarvish and Elvish and Orcish and Gnomish, Draconic, of course. Ancient Draconic, which is a different dialect. Abyssal, Infernal, Celestial. There's a couple more.
I always thought that Infernal would sound like.
Oh, it's actually funny. It's almost like the whole language is written in cursive, but while you're cursing, it's abyssal that sounds like it's.
Literally sitting here eating food out of a can, watching this until she's finally like, "This has been great, and I'm really tired, so we need to go to bed." And interrupts Aggie in the middle of this, like, "Aggie, we gotta go to bed."
But your comment is impeccable.
We gotta go to bed. Dakin, you should probably find a place to, like, you know,
I would like
camp out for the night.
to go over to like where Clementine's at and see how she's doing.
Me? Oh, Clementine wouldn't come in the room. She's
Well,
out.
I'm
She
saying
went
like
into
I would
you.
walk out of the room and like go.
Yeah, she's in that hallway where the mech is, and she's cut little pieces of the slabs that Nico and Ember were like bringing, and she's trying to fix some of the armor on the mech because the mech's like seen better days.
Because you
So you see me like I'll walk up to Clementine.
She's
I'll
got
have,
big
like,
ass headphones.
you know that like blowtorch like mask that like you have like
Yeah.
blowtorch mask.
So welding mask.
I like walk in and I'm like, "Hey, you need some help here?" And then I realize you have headphones on, and I'm like, "Oh wait." I walk up and I'm like,
she'll take off the headphones and like flip up the mask, and then like sees your mask, kind of like looks at you. She's like, "Where are you pulling these out of?"
I am a man of matrix. You want to see me pull out something else?
No.
Oh, she's a child. She's even younger.
I don't know if this is okay. Stop being that way. I was trying to
Just
some other way.
Just reminder, Cassius
Story
had
of my
an
life.
investigation check still. Cassius has an investigation check.
I meant to say that
Yeah, I
this
told
way.
her.
Okay, guys?
I gotta
I'm not being that
What do you gotta be?
Yeah.
What were you referring to?
I meant to like say I'd pull out something else, like not like the way I said it, where it sounds like that.
Like what?
Like I'll be like, just give me 1 second, just like.
He meant his dick, you guys. Perverts.
He calls it the gecko.
Oh god.
I said, pull out a gecko.
It's sensitive things like a gecko's paw.
Like an actual gecko.
Let's take the glasses.
It's my insurance. That's easier to say.
He's here to talk about your dungeon insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Your
An
submersible
actual
insurance.
gecko?
Yes.
He just had it this whole time.
The gecko.
I guess you have.
Yes, obviously. Like, of course. Why would I?
What's Fonzie
lie?
doing?
Yeah, watch these boobs.
Yeah.
You like hold it out.
Is probably
Like,
gonna
here you
go
go.
look
You want
around,
a familiar?
and he's waiting to see
I know.
if his auntie will respond
Pretty
back.
clockwork. Clockwork gecko.
The
Young
backpack will
gecko.
feel heavier or feel like fuller, and there is a bottle of fire wine in the inside. This is something from the Crimson Emperor's territory, and it is known to get even dragons intoxicated.
Oh.
Oh, he's gonna pick that up. How big is the bottle?
So it's like a circular bottom, and it's a little like tube top, the thing, and the very top of it almost looks like a dragon, like made of wax, not the top that's sealed the cap. So when you crack it open, you have to crack open the dragon's mouth to get the cork out.
That's really cool.
And it it's like a jug of milk with a neck attached, essentially. Like
So yeah, I just wanted to know because he's gonna walk up to Aggie and be like, "Well, I believe we do have a proposition for you. You happen to know what this is?"
oh goodness gracious, that's a good time. That's what that is.
Yeah.
I haven't had that in years.
Okay, I'm gonna snatch out of your hand, and then I'm like,
Expeditious retreat.
Good thing we're in a closed space.
yeah, I just walk up to you,
I can dash.
this at your head, and hold you there while I take the thing from your.
Actually, with that spell, it's faster than you.
Yes.
As you try to like do that, he zips off about 30 feet beyond your reach. So just like, no,
Can I cast Mage Hand to pull it out of his hand?
you can certainly try.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand to pull it out of his hand.
So actually, on this one, you
I'm not gonna
you throw
not
the
give it
mage
to him.
hand
I
out.
just want to try it.
Just give me a spell attack to see if you can hit his AC.
Okay. Oh, can I just make it do that? No, I guess I can't. Okay, hold on. Do I have to just roll d20?
Yeah.
Okay. I was kidding. My spell attack was not working.
Plus
on my
your.
thing. 14 plus 5?
Yeah.
So 19.
Which one would they like better?
Some dragons prefer gold. Some dragons prefer different things in their horns. For those who prefer experiences or rare things, this would probably have more value.
Gotcha.
19.
19. Is that your AC?
Shields. So no.
This is shield pops up around fun.
I say to him,
This bubble of arcane glyphs slap in your hand.
I literally say to him, like, whoa, calm down. I just want to taste it first before you give it to my dragon.
We give, madam.
Madam.
No one's ever called me madam before and like it.
Be still my heart.
Ponzi, how much for the bottle you have there?
Well, I was going to see if our dragon friend had any chemical reagents that he knows of or on him somewhere, because this came from my aunt, and she's very fond of those things.
Well, I don't know if he has
And
anything
it will-
on him. I would know, wouldn't I? Aggie?
Sure, we'll find out.
Aggie, are you hoarding something
Shifty eyes.
right now? Are you hoarding something? Lift up your wings. Lift up your wings, Aggie. Let me
He's an expert at hoarding.
open your mouth. I don't see anything.
If it is able to come.
Aggie,
Both
Aggie,
sides.
what are you holding?
At which point Kwanzaa's going to
Good,
dash
wait,
over
nothing.
to him and be like, I believe we will have an agreement that should you find something that suffices, go ahead and place it in the backpack.
He like reaches under his wing.
Oh my god.
You see him pull out
Marsupial sack.
almost like a little miniature bouquet of these white lilies.
He's going to hold open the backpack.
These are good for certain reagent spells involving cold.
I think
You recognize them from your hometown.
Okay. I'm like, Aggie, like, where are you keeping, like,
I'm a dragon.
yeah, but, like, do you have anything else in there that may be useful?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hasn't every person
It's like, what do you have in there?
every, like, vehicle ever?
Stuff. It's
We
my
trust
stuff.
each other.
It's my stuff.
What
I've
is
gathered
your
over
stuff?
200 years.
I'm not gonna take it from you. I'm just
It's
curious.
more mementos than anything else.
He's old.
I know you like to steal the things. You love stuff.
Speaking of,
Is it any of my stuff?
No.
perception check to you.
Lindsay, perception check.
Perception check.
Evil.
13.
Oh, she is not going to see or hear them. That is not where my save DC is for my spells.
What am I trying to perceive?
Don't worry about it.
God. But I know Aggie has something.
Yeah, give him the ball, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because it was a fair trade for the outcome.
Can I at least try some of that?
Sure.
Oh gosh.
Kind of.
Okay, so I.
You see him, like,
is this?
Claw open and
Mhm.
like slowly.
It's been a long
pop the
day.
cork. Boom, catches it.
So give,
Hands you the bottle.
have I ever had this before?
No.
Okay. It's gonna knock me on my ass.
You're gonna have to make a concept.
Yeah, let's do
think
it.
it is.
Let's do it. And I
In a
take a
second.
really big gulp because I'm thirsty and it's been a long day.
Oh god.
Cassius,
Oh, God.
Cassius knows
Alcohol poisoning.
this party's gonna be a
So
shit
quickly.
show, and he's happy.
You take down a big gulp. First thing, I need a wisdom save to not spit it out.
Okay, a wisdom save.
Do you have more than 100 hit points?
13.
13. You're like, and you gulp it down as your entire mouth.
It burns.
It
You need a doctor.
Probably.
it has
In your mouth.
it's like when you drink something that's too hot, or you try to eat soup that's too fast before it cools down. Your whole mouth feels like that for an instant. And you feel it pour down your throat.
Eyes are watering.
For you especially, as like vulnerable to fire as you are,
Mhm.
this is like, ooh, maybe this was a mistake, right?
Yeah.
Now Constitution save.
Good luck.
Oh my god, 10.
Oh,
You
you're like Ponzi before, blankly staring.
and you like gently hand back the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Kind sir, please take this before I die.
Can I see colors?
You hiccup.
Normally people.
And when
Hear
you
colors?
Do, and when you do, that burning sensation, you feel it come back up your neck,
Oh no, I'm gonna
to your
vomit.
mouth,
Oh,
and you see a little blast of flame.
oh man.
Not like an actual like fire breath or anything like, but like a little.
Oh, now she gets
of
smell
flame.
numbers.
And now it doesn't feel burning anymore. It
Yeah.
doesn't feel like you've injured yourself. You have stepped past Tipsy. Immediately
My blackout waist.
into as you turn your head,
Your white
everything kind
waist.
of follows and trails a little
Oh
slower.
boy, I need to sit down.
Wow, you don't know your arms are in time and space.
Like you would.
Yes,
Good God.
yes.
Sad Christmas.
Sad
I
Christmas. The Manhattan.
Squeezes the cap back on. This closes the little wax up a little bit. And goes, this is for later. Tucks it in.
So I kind of walk away and trail off, like barely say, I'm like, I'm gonna find out what you have one of those wigs, and I burp. And I just like pass out.
While you are stumbling, you see how you go, you won't find anything because it's a secret. It's a death secret.
Yes, I'm like,
Pointing the opposite direction that he's in. We don't know which one to point at.
It's seeing that you're like pointing away from him. It's like, what? Great.
I'm down for the count.
Yeah, as you start to like, you try to like bump against the like one of the bulkhead walls and start sliding down. He like flaps over really quick, and make sure you don't hit your head, and then like becomes your pillow as you like.
Nice cold pool.
And, like as he pops out, it's not flame like yours was. It's just like a blast of like steam that
Okay.
comes out because it's mixing with his ice that he creates.
I love it. Okay.
Is he out?
Yeah, the two of them are out.
The familiars are on her. They want to check out that tag. So they're doing okay.
The hands come out. What? Oh my god! What are the hands doing?
Doing to me.
There's this bag full of secrets that he knows about now. And he wants to see
And
what's
for
in the
Aggie's
bag.
wings, apparently.
Yes,
You
Then he's
have
out.
him,
Aggie's
you
not
have him
drunk,
lift up
though.
the wings.
I'm still just watching all this happen.
Aggie does seem intoxicated, and it probably has something to do with your
That's
guys'
right.
connection.
It is. Oh my god. Because yes, you said fire wine does make dragons. Yeah.
So yeah, you lift up the wings. There's no wings. It's just his chest. You don't see anything.
It's his prison wallet, Lindsay. You gotta look at his prison wallet.
It's in his butthole.
Check to see if it's a male.
God. They're trying to find a pouch.
I knew it's in there.
The Edward screaming,
Okay.
I'm just gonna make the spiders. They're just crawling all over the place with it.
trying to find the
Yeah,
to no avail.
yeah. No, then
I'm gonna walk over to Clementine and Dakin. And I'm just sit down, put my arms around my knees, and say, "Hey, I think you have something to explain to me." Sure. I know what he's done for the most part. I mean, I experienced it. But I want to know what your thought was. Why you got stuck in a bug.
You mean how I got to the point where my invention was being used to hurt you?
Yeah, pretty much.
I was on a space station for a really long time, awaiting my parents to come and find me. Eventually, I realized that they probably weren't coming. I escaped, and I heard that maybe this church group called the Church of the Singularity had heard of them, and they know where they were. So I entered an arrangement with them where I would grant them some of my engineering abilities, and they said they would tell me about where my parents were, and when I finally once again understood they didn't know where they were before I got away, Grix came and stuck me in a hole, threw away the key, and I had somebody there who had eyes on me 24/7 and made sure that every waking second that I had was dreaming up something useful for Grix, in spite of my protests.
So, what was it exactly? What were they doing with me and those other kids?
I had a theory that by using an inorganic mechanical substitute for a virus, you could figure out ways to transfer and modify people's DNA. Used in the right context, they can cure diseases and save people's lives, but used in the wrong way, can capture people's natural enhancements and give them to someone else. You were targeted probably because Greg saw you were really powerful and had a lot of potential, and he wanted that for someone on his team or for himself. Who knows?
Well, actually, he wanted me to be on the team, but I said no. And look where that got me. I don't know which would have been better, honestly.
I never met any of the other kids, and I never knew there were any more until we came to find you.
I know. The first one. That's a secret between you and I. And that person might be able to help with this guy.
Who are you pointing to?
The mech. I don't know how much she knows about computers, but I know she likes building things too. It might be useful.
I think we're always in need of friends in the situation that we're in, so we can't help to talk to her.
Good news is no black hand. Not for a while. Not this one.
I think the next time I see Zemeta, I don't think one of us is going to walk away. I just want to be very clear, because I don't know how ingrained you are in that group, but they've taken things from me that can be replaced now.
I'll be honest with you, I could not give a shit. So get rid of her. Maybe that's a win for me, maybe it's not. We'll find out. I'm gonna put my hand in my pocket and I'm gonna grab the box that I was given. Oh shit. I still have this thing. Do I have any feeling of like anything coming from this box? Or is it just
Something's rolling around in it.
I don't want to open it.
Okay. There's no latch, just like a spring box.
Okay.
You open it up. On the inside, on the top, you can see Holy Symbol of Payload.
Okay.
On the bottom, you see the Holy Symbol of Bahamut. And on the bottom, you see what looks to be just an eye. You just watch as it rotates and looks at you.
Friend upstairs? Any idea?
Nothing happens. No voice comes.
Just gonna close it.
Big straight check.
Strength. 6.
Push it, nothing happens. In your head.
See you. I have to go with one more fucking voice in my head.
Can I peek and
I
see?
mean, destroy
Can I
his
see what's in the
life.
box at this point? He's a little taller than me.
Yeah, you can use it. You look over, you see there's the eye. Dakin would see it too.
Can I cast Identify?
Certainly try. As you do, it kind of glows a little bit. Make a Constitution saving throw.
This is against magic? Oh wait, it's con.
It's counterspell.
Constitution. 7.
You spell physics.
Jesus. Damn. What does it look like when it fills? So I kind of like imagine it like she kind of pulls the little eyeglass across her eye and like starts to like run.
It starts to do the
Sigils
diagnosis, and it goes error, unknown.
It just flips up on its own, like.
And then in your head, you hear, "It's a secret."
I think she just instinctively pulls the thing out. Just
Pulls it.
She pulls the hand cannon out.
Yeah, you're watching all this happen too, Dag.
Please let me close it.
I feel like that was a very Dakin response.
Because I don't really know what's going on.
Just like, try. Does he close it?
What was your
I'm feeling 11.
11? You hear as the one armed mech reaches over and around your hand starts to squeeze to close it. You quickly pull your hand away so that it can do this without crushing your hand.
Yeah.
You hear the sound of like hydraulics grinding to try and like and closes it. You want me to weld it? Doesn't open again.
I'm not gonna fucking open that again. I'm just gonna take it and put it back in my pocket.
What thickness?
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
That was not for you.
I have voice.
I'm saying that in character.
No.
Do you want your friend to hear me too?
You could do that.
Yeah.
Where are you
Touch
talking?
their shoulder.
Who are you talking to?
And now you hear him go.
He doesn't just talk to himself.
For both of you can hear the voice.
Oh, the thick plottins.
Oh god.
God.
Hey, I don't like that.
You just hear him. You reach over. He's like, "We're all touching shoulders." Like,
I like
and he goes,
I like this relationship. You guys are cool.
They're both kind of. They're both obviously much shorter than me, so I'm like just kind of like reaching down to wherever Dakin is.
Yeah, and you reach out that, and he goes. You hear in your head,
Hello, little one.
Oh, you're one of my voices in my head. Yeah, I have like 10 of them.
excellent.
Are you like the Shadow Lord's friend or something? Like
So,
something.
Grix told me a great many things about you.
Yeah, he wanted to turn me into like a robot or something. That was kind of creepy.
Wait, you know Grix?
Yes, man. I gained a great deal of information for him before I killed him.
Like who are you? Like what's your name?
That doesn't matter.
Like are we
But you can call me Nix.
Nix. You know, I nicked with this. I was diagram.
If I take
His
my hand
Ouija
off
stick.
his shoulder, will he not be able to hear him anymore?
Ah, the voices are gone now. Thank you. Okay. No.
meanwhile, passed out down the corridor, hands moving all around. You and your psychic friend at work
Psychic friend at work.
are in the medical area. Are still kind of like looking over what Makar identified as an intellect devourer burst from that guy's head, and he's just like, all I can say is I'm glad that I found you. This is going to be very interesting.
That's fair. While I'm there, real quick to clarify, the body that's still there is identical to. Oh,
It's just the whole face is spread open and out like somebody exploded a can.
right. Okay.
What time is it?
The place was stormed at night. I would say it's been at least a few hours now at this point, so we're getting to where it's about midnight.
Yeah, it's almost midnight.
Oh, the water's fucking pitch black then.
Yeah.
Where we're at.
He's like, let's
I thought they decided we're taking a rest.
meditate, and I'll try and show you how to
Yeah, for sure. Not a restful rest, but
focus on you out.
maybe. I'm gonna have nightmares
You
about
guys
someone molesting me in
Head
my
off to
sleep.
the bridge area.
The dragon.
He crosses
No.
his legs and starts to float as he meditates. Give me a Constitution save. You reach a
No, 11.
You reach a meditative state, but you still stay on the ground. You're a much more grounded person then. But yes, you guys have this moment, the stones swirling, and as it happens, his stones swirl into your path, and his as they start this weird harmonic thing. So anybody out like just beyond like where you guys are at would hear this low like thing that's happening from like when you do like the crystal thing with the glass.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Passed out girl can have a long rest.
Thank God.
This is gonna happen. You're gonna get your long rest for sure. Can I get another investigation check?
4.
Jesus.
Very good.
You're doing great.
He's saying investigation. It's not. I'm not great at investigation.
Where are you?
I'm sorry.
Where are you?
Where am I?
Mhm.
I did not leave the area from Hansi, so I'm next to Hansi.
You can hear Lily stirring
Okay.
on the other bed, and her eyes kind of like flutter open briefly.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go over to her. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna say, "You in pain?"
No, I'm opposite. Fine. It's just, I'm not used to it. They hurt that bad.
Yeah.
It was very, very bad.
Besides that, how are you feeling with your daughter so close?
Where's 12?
Would 12 be in the mech suit still next to them?
The armless, legless.
Right? It's like,
yeah.
yeah, it's like RoboCop when he was taken apart and thrown away.
It should be actually over here
Headless,
laying
helpless.
next to Dusty.
Okay. But unconscious, not, yeah.
Somehow still in like, alive, but like in
But
like
not.
dormant mode.
Yeah, just lay on life support inside the suit. Okay. She's in her suit and somehow stable.
Help me up.
I'll help her. Is she's in her machine?
No, she's
out
in,
of it,
she's,
right?
in a night like a hospital gown.
Oh, okay.
You guys picked red for sure for
Okay.
and the potion of regeneration was used to
It
bring her
did
back.
work, yes. That's what I wanted to be sure.
She kind of like as if like stretching out muscles that aren't used to being used. The new leg and the new arm are kind of like stiff. She's
Mhm.
like, she reaches instinctually to a tool belt that's not there.
Mm.
Clementine has it. Doesn't matter. She goes over to 12's body. And she gently strokes the cheek that you can see in the suit. I didn't know. She looks back at you. She's been gone for so long. She went missing about 20 years ago. And then me and Dusty, that's when Clementine came into the world. A few years later, this wasn't, I didn't do this. We didn't do this. I can tell you didn't do this. This reeks of older, more of the combines.
This is archaic.
This is not from here. This is something Vidalcan.
I'd agree with that. What do you think we need to do with her? I haven't had a chance to really check.
Until we can make sure that the prophet of the singularity doesn't take her back over, just keep her alive. If we wake her up, he might try to take her again.
I don't have any of my equipment.
She goes, but I don't understand why he didn't try and take the suit. It's a forge frame that we created that Clementine used.
It seems different.
Oh, it is.
It's operating without her in it. But still connecting.
It's because their synchronization is at 100%. It's pure.
We've got to get out of this ship.
Where? Okay.
I think we're at the harbor, Dragon's Mouth.
Oh, good. Like on a ship?
Yeah, we are underwater. Far, based on the pressure.
We took the escape.
We did.
Good. I never actually did any of the escape drills, so I didn't know what was down there.
I didn't either.
God.
How to do your training.
I didn't do it either.
Osho would not be happy.
No. Yeah.
What about there were she like looks over at the guy with the busted face open. What about that guy?
I don't know. He's dead.
Looks also.
However, he's perfectly alive in another space.
Like poking his head in it.
Yeah. And I think we have questions. And I owe you money.
You have
Oh, I already took it.
you have Dust, you have Dusty's crystal.
I do?
Can I see it?
Yes.
You reach into your pocket to pull this out to give to her, and it's not there.
I look at Ponzi.
Motherfucker.
Because this is somebody's consciousness.
Does Aggie have it? Take it.
I was gonna fucking squish you like a lug.
You kind of reach out to kind of like
You might like it.
use your empathy.
Mhm.
Roll me a insight check.
It went away. Sorry. Insight.
You might kill him.
That's the first roll. Second roll's much better. 24.
It's not like telepathy where you can feel the minds, but you can feel emotional eddies.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot coming from everybody. It's really tough to like get a good good read, but it's because it's so thick.
Mm-hmm.
But you're specifically reaching out to find Dusty's, which you can still feel through the crystal, and you feel it.
Mm-hmm.
It's out in the hall.
Oh God.
Is it in your prison wallet, Lindsay?
No.
Crystal is shaped excitingly.
Oh God. Is the crystal Ponzi shaped? Does he
No.
have it in
No.
his?
I'm gonna go out in the hallway because I want to find that crystal. That thing's almost priceless.
Yeah, you can see Clementine and Near Eye and Jackin kind of talking, touching each other's shoulders.
I'm gonna be like, oh, I walked in on something I shouldn't have.
And you feel that emotional energy coming at
Comforting my little sibling.
I think our combined age is like 30.
Yeah, nowhere near mine.
Yeah, the combined age.
Nowhere
less
near
than
mine.
30. It's like 32, I think it measures.
Cassius is Gen A.
Yeah.
33 is it? 33, 5, 15, and 13.
You can feel the consciousness coming from the neck.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Oh my.
Oh my God, that would make all this. Oh my God.
I'm gonna look at Clementine and clever. Where and how?
I
And I'm not mad.
literally have no idea what you're talking about.
I want to walk towards the next suit. Not aggressively.
It's still like dormant, laying there, like it's dormant pose with the one arm.
Would I, from working on other mechs, know vaguely where the consciousness would be sitting within the suit?
Generally behind the pilot's seat.
Okay. I'm gonna open it.
As you go to reach back there, the suit pivots away from you.
Okay.
Yeah, Clementine's watching you very closely.
Yeah.
Should I roll like a deception or persuasion to like tell him I don't know what's happening?
Whichever one is accurate, you can roll that, and you can roll an insight if you like.
Do you need me still? Because I'm really hungry, so I want to keep left.
No, you're good.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
you're
I'll be
good.
back because I have to drop something off here. But
We've only got like a little bit left.
6:30.
16?
That's cute. 22.
Anyway.
I was being
Yeah, that's
persuasive.
what I
I have no fucking clue.
I have advantage and plus
You
6.
can tell they're like uncomfortable that you're agitated, but
Yeah.
other than that, like they're telling you the truth. They didn't do it.
Mm-hmm. How long have you known it?
You know what?
That your father is operating this medicine?
Dad,
I actually just kind of.
Alex.
Sorry, I thought things off.
Sorry.
Disable your OnlyFans.
I think.
Alex, I didn't know you were like that.
I don't think I ever knew that. Kind of flips back and forth. Can I like feel? Does that like clarify things for me? Like what I've been feeling?
The suit has felt supportive and connected in a way that you didn't expect from the get.
Yeah.
So with him saying that does kind of make sense.
Did you?
Don't help them give you your stuff.
I can swing by your place and pick it up.
Oh yeah, just bring it up then. Just pick it up.
Did you do anything? Did you put the crystal anywhere?
In my pocket.
Can I move to where he's trying to do and like try to help him? I'll move away from Neo. Let him release me from that and help Phil try to look for the crystal as possible.
And I'm talking to the suit because I know it's conscious. And I say I'm not removing you from the suit. I just want to
The
see.
suit, you see the arm reach back, this damaged, wrinkled metal that's on the arm reaches back. You hear the sound of like,
Yeah.
and he hands you this no longer glowing crystal.
Okay, I'm going to take the crystal and I'm going to say, Dusty, I need to make sure that this suit doesn't do to her what the others did to their pilots. Do you understand me?
I think she could just kind of
Like a little voice, like the thing that you would see, like an orange line goes across the screen for a brief moment, and you see it go, you hear Dusty's voice go, I'll keep her safe.
How? When will you know? Because it might be too late. I designed it that way.
I didn't use your designs. And the voice comes out like emotionless and robotic. It doesn't have any kind of like, it's almost like somebody typed it into a thing and it's like saying it like, like
Yeah.
modular.
She's kind of at this point like holding the one finger of the arm, the hand that they used to give the crystal.
Yeah.
She's kind of
And I
see
see
like
that.
you're holding onto the thumb and the pinky comes up, just kind of taps you on the head gently.
Cassius looks away a little bit when he sees that, like it hurt, and he's going to go sit down and near them.
As you start to walk, he's like, I've always appreciated you, but this was a creation of love.
I'm going to pull his glasses out of my pocket, and I'm going to put them somewhere on it and straighten them.
like a bow tie.
Yeah, you like prop it up on the top where the thing is.
It's what I used to do when I saw him in the lab, is I'd fix his glasses.
And he goes, this works for now, but I know that it has to be temporary.
It can't last.
But until she is safe, I'll be here.
I can't promise you that after you're not, that I can do anything to keep her safe. I'm not that person anymore.
I won't let the prophet take her.
What do you mean you're not that person anymore?
I've been a lot of people, and it's in my nature to not.
Bitch.
I
I said that in deep speech.
The implication is passed along.
In the robotic voice, he said, "Bitch."
Translation.
Continue.
Sorry. I mentioned to you earlier that I'm an open book. I don't lie, and I don't necessarily keep secrets. However, there's a time and a place for these sort of conversations, for you to know certain things. There's a lot that I used to do that is beyond anything people have seen in Dragon's Mouth.
You can hear the sound of somebody like sniffling, like trying to fight back the tears. As you watch your mom come out of the medical bay, you walk over, look up at the viewport with Dusty, and he like pulls his hand away from you, gently takes the glasses and hands them to Lily. And for a brief moment, there's like this distortion that goes across the screen, and then that orange light, you see his face, like pixelated, and it goes back to being the blue eyes.
I think as Lily comes over, Clementine lets go of the finger for a second and just gives his mom a big hug. But is still listening to Cassie.
She gives you a squeeze, and then immediately starts checking you. Like, make sure you're okay. She sees the part on your arm that was messed up from before all of this. And she's like starts like she's like almost she's medically checking you. Medical examination.
I'm gonna like pull the hood all the way toward my face, try to hide the hair because I'm like, oh shit, she's gonna kill me. Mom's gonna kill me.
She's like, you have my whistles?
Oh, and I'll pull it out.
She takes it for a second and flips open something that looks like a little like nozzle, and she like sprays where your arm was, and you watch as that injury closes. She snaps it back. Shut. Hands it back. I don't have any pockets. It's rare, super rare, but I don't have any pockets. And you big dummy, how are we gonna get you out of that? You see like one arm shrug. Like,
I'm an open book.
Is there something you want to tell me?
Is there something you want to know?
and that's where we're gonna end tonight's session. Thank you for joining us as we unravel more and more of this tangled weave. I remember make every night a game night.
Yeah.